What's going on, everybody? Twice in 1 month? What? I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. How lucky are we? How lucky are all you guys who are here tonight?
It's lucky.
You want to know how lucky I am? I got a negative COVID test today after testing positive. Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, so I'm COVID free, I believe. I'm gonna get one more test tomorrow just to be certain. But yeah, that sucked. I never got really sick, but I did have to stay home, and that was a bummer. So
It's all cooped up.
yeah, it was like cool at first because like, oh, I'm just gonna stay home and play video games. I don't have to go to work. Cool. But then like I'm so kingmakered out right now, it's not even funny, dude.
Also, Adam, I don't really think knows how to be like still.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't imagine you being stuck in the house. I will say this. So over the weekend, I think on Saturday it was, Zach and I, STF Zach, went and we got our booster shots. And so I was like, this will be fine. I've got my other 2 shots before. It's ain't no problem, son. That night, I thought I was dying.
Going
It got a hold of you, huh? Got a hold of you.
The rhythm got you.
It got me, and I was just so pathetic. Like, I hadn't been truly sick in a while. And then, like, I'm just laying in bed, and Matthew came in to check on me, and he was like, are you okay? I was like, I'm okay. He was like, you're making sounds. You're making noise. I can hear you in the other room. And apparently, I was just going,
My body's in pain.
So uncomfortable.
I at one point said, like, I'm glad that Adam isn't actually sick, but I think I took his ouchies for him. So...
Yeah, it's so funny because I was planning on getting the booster last week, and now I have to wait 3 weeks before I can get it.
Oh man.
But
Well,
apparently, I'm going to be like super immunized now because I got this Omicron strain or whatever. So
that's the hope. I mean, it's nuts. So I made the decision to go to PAX Unplugged, and so that was my first time back, like in a large group of people of that size. Now, to be clear, it was an event that required proof of vaccination. You had to like wear your masks all the time. There were people like, cleaning up after everybody and, making sure everybody was obeying the rules. And so I did feel pretty safe while I was there. But there was always that thought in my head whenever I was like sitting in a panel, like, wow, I'm really close to a lot of people right now. I hope I'm not actively catching and carrying COVID. And luckily, did the responsible thing when I got home and got myself a test as soon as it was realistic that it would come up positive if I had it, and I wasn't, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, it's scary to think that you can be just communicating a disease to a room full of people at any time, for sure. And I'm so glad
how was the convention?
Yeah.
Other than the fear of
other than abject terror. No, it was honestly great. Dog, fetch. But then maybe bring this to your father. Sorry. So it was pretty good. It was mostly just strange to be. The first day I was in cosplay. And so it was very strange to me to like be in cosplay in a mask as well, because cosplay is just a series of small discomforts. I think we can all agree that you're just like tacitly like, sure, sign on the dotted line like Ariel. This is fine. And so the first day was a little rough because I was definitely feeling a little claustrophobic. But I will say that they kept the con pretty much taking up the same space it would have, unlike Gen Con, where they were like, well, there are less people, so we'll just use less of the building, which kind of defeats the purpose of capping your attendance. So they definitely did a really good job with that, and I never felt like I had to be like in a crush of people.
That's good.
And so that felt good. And it was just nice to like celebrate stuff we love
Yeah.
with other people. And I certainly, the other thing I did, and I recommend this to other folks, is I actually had a meeting with these folks from Child's Play Charity a while back to see if we could get some tabletop games into children's hospitals using their resources. And they said that tabletop games are the hardest to clean up after because you have all the little like meeples and stuff. So when you're thinking about like what you could do with a group of friends, like a board game is probably the worst thing you could do in a giant hall of many people. So to make myself feel a little more safe, I pretty much focused solely on RPGs where I had all my own stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I felt like I could still enjoy the venue. And sure, it sucked that I wasn't able to play as many board games, but I didn't get sick and I didn't get anybody else sick. So
They just have like an incinerator for all the board games afterwards.
Yeah.
yeah,
Put
it's
it
like
in the fire.
this $100+ board game and all of its stuff. Just stick it in an incinerator.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a good time, and I hope that there's more of that responsibly on the horizon for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
Heath, what did you
had
do
a
this
time.
weekend?
I am currently on Christmas break from my school job.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Which has been a much needed break because just, I mean, I work 2 jobs to begin with and both of them are very stressful and I just have so little time to myself to like, just do stuff that I'm interested in other than the podcast and, playing what TTRPGs I can. So, I mean, I've been really soaking in the ability to play whatever I want by playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. I had to drag myself away from the main scenario
Nice.
to come and do this. But also a ton of Pokemon because I've been playing. There was like a big Pokemon Go event that I did for 2 days, and
Nice.
I finally beat the 8th gym leader in Pokemon Shield that John bought me for my birthday. Yeah, so
You're just the preciousest nerd. Just preciousest.
look,
For so long,
I
he
like a
denied
few
it.
things. I like fighting, and I like Pokemon and Final Fantasy.
Fighting around the world.
Yeah,
Denied his
baby.
nerddom so much, but he's such a sweet little nerd.
I mean, I was a very closeted nerd for a very long time until until like getting to hang out more with Adam, and like me and Zach had hung out for years and stuff, and we did nerdy things together, but we were playing in bands and everything, so we went out and played shows and stuff, and we were like, we're cool rockers, not dainty little nerd boys like we are.
I don't know if you saw Crimson, but and the Saints beat the Bucks.
The Saints did shut out the Bucks. 2 of the 3 times that Tom Brady has played in a game where his team scored 0 points, it was the Saints that did it to him. So
Nice.
we're not having a great season, but we're shutting down
Neither
Tom
are
Brady's
they.
happiness. No, they're still having a great season.
Yeah, they're
I was
still crushing it.
They're probably going to go to the
Still, we're
Super Bowl
celebrating.
I tried. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They probably lost because they like stopped trying so they don't get hurt for the playoffs.
No, they
Smart.
tried really hard, and the Saints defense didn't let them do anything, which was really nice to see.
Nothing.
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh man, this weekend was went to a family Christmas because my families like to coordinate with each other months ahead of time and say, okay, this family Christmas on this weekend and this family Christmas on this weekend.
That's
and it's great.
beautiful. I wish
It's great.
mine-
I don't have to worry about it, right?
That's also
also-
so nice because it just kind of lasts a little longer. It's
That's-
not like
that's true. That's true.
binging on presents for 2 hours on one morning a year.
My son dislikes it for the reason that when he gets a cool present at one of them, sometimes he doesn't really feel like he gets enough time to really enjoy it before he is getting a bunch of other things shoved on top of him. And he's the only grandson for a couple of, like, both sides.
He gets a lot of stuff.
Oh, wow.
He gets a lot of shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
But anyways, I will say that him and I sat down and played the Final Fantasy VII remake over the weekend.
And
Nice.
And that was super cool. It just released for the PC, which is, I don't have a PlayStation this year. But anyways, we sat side by side at my computer and passed the controller back and forth and played Final Fantasy VII. Like, he did a combat and then I did a combat, and then, we'd do a boss fight and he'd die and then I'd, come in and move things along. It was I loved it. It was probably one of the.
That's a really nice experience. I think a lot of people don't have as much these days. Like, I remember doing that with Final Fantasy VIII with our friend Cam. Like, we both found out we both loved that game and had not, like, he had beaten it, but I had, like, started it, like, 3 or 4 times and never beaten it. And me and him, like, would just, we had a copy for PC, and this is years ago, but we'd hang out and, like, you do a boss, I'll run around, like, you do a boss, like, it was really cool. And he's also, like, way better at the systems of that game, so he made sure all my characters were just ridiculously overpowered.
I do have news, though, Heath. I'm sorry. You have now just lost the title of Most Preciousest Nerd. Tyler, you and your son have now tied for Most Preciousest Nerd.
That is, it's pretty
Stiff
precious.
competition.
Stiff competition, you know?
It's rough. You got children involved.
Yeah, it's hard
Instantly
when you have
adorable.
a single grandchild involved. It's pretty much.
So this
pretty
isn't
hard to
nerdy, but it's pretty cute. I did make my dog a gingerbread house today.
God.
And I just felt like that was important information that I should
Yeah.
share before we begin.
Greatly appreciate you sharing.
The amount of precious nerdery that is happening right
It's
now.
happening all over
I'm,
right
I'm
now.
overloaded.
There are pictures of the massacre in red and green, as I called it, on my Twitter. So feel free to go.
Yes.
But
Check
was
it
it
out.
for the dog to eat?
Yeah.
Yes. So it was
They can,
from
okay, I was
Bark
gonna
Box.
ask, can they eat gingerbread? Like, I don't
Specific
know.
if it's...
Hashtag not sponsored. It was like an applesauce cookie sort of treat. It was from BarkBox, so all of the ingredients were just absolutely disgusting, but he loved it. It looked right, but nothing like when we made the frosting substitute, and it looks like frosting, but it did not behave like frosting coming out of the bag. So like I'm like taking clumps of it and sticking it to the side of the gingerbread and like holding it together, and I'm like, I'm not sure how structurally sound this is, but nah, it was great.
That's unfortunate. It's so much more important for that frosting to be structurally like frosting than
it felt like
look like it.
Clay or glue is
gross.
what it felt
Delicious.
like. Yeah, but that was what the dog was most excited about, was like
Obviously.
licking the gross not frosting. Anyways,
Not
Yeah.
frosting.
Well,
Beautiful.
I really don't know how to transition out of this preciousness
Speaking
into what
of
we
not
do.
frosting.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of not precious, STF and friends, you know, like.
Here we are.
Yeah, let me give you a quick recap because it's only been 2 weeks instead of a month, and I know that some people's brains work backwards. So, yeah, I wasn't going to say any names, but you pointed it out there, Emily. That's all right.
Sorry. I am what I am.
Right.
Oh, hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason, what's up?
Yeah. What's up, Jason?
So just a quick recap. You guys are on the hunt for various components of an EMP key that Merc the Goblin wants to make to blast the force field that is guarding what you guys have sussed out to be the entrance to the stellar flare. You had 4 locations to go. You knew that there was a piece in the in the unbrewed territory. That was the Keshti territory. There was a piece in the Goblin territory, otherwise known as the Trash Hunters, and that there's a piece in this giant junk golem. You also visited the little campsite, I guess, of Vesk Hunter, who has gone missing. But you have you got some supplies there, got hooked up with some armor and some various usables, consumables, and you did get to the unbrewed Keshtis, defeated them, and succeeded in getting the harmonic thingamajig. I don't think
The size 23 harmonic coil.
That's it. Also amongst the coils, you got a brown force field. Hey, Tyler, take an inspiration.
Hey,
yeah, baby.
writing notes did a thing.
Yeah.
You mean to say just for doing his job better, he got rewarded?
Yes.
So yeah, you've visited the campsite and you've defeated the Akeshti. So you have the junk golem and the goblins left to go to get
Yeah.
the 2
We have to-
components that you need.
I love
It's
that there's
the-
essentially a MacGuffin for each one of them. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like, and you get a MacGuffin, and you get a MacGuffin.
Now, is it the electrolytic capacitor we're looking for with the?
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's trying. She's trying.
With
That one's in Trash Hunter territory.
Exactly.
All
That's what
right,
it says.
and you can go ahead and take an
Yeah,
inspiration too.
yeah.
What about the Rock-Tekin Samaflam?
Nope.
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 Worth a shot.
Nice try, though, bud.
You'll get an inspiration for that interesting hot mess of words you just put together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I believe it was a bit of a difficult fight for you guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm looking at your tokens now. It doesn't look like any of you are terribly hurt, but
We did all the healing, but I went down, like down.
yeah. So I guess the question is, do you want to go ahead and push on to another location, or are you trying to rest and recover? What's the deal?
Well, before we leave, is there anything we could take from having slain these foes when we go to visit the goblins? Wait, it's not the the goblins. Maybe there is something here we could take to be like, hey, you're a horrifying enemy. Don't worry about them because we are totally cool and badass and we kick their asses.
So just to clarify, you only kicked the ass of 2 of them.
Yeah,
not
but
the entire gang.
they'll
of
never know.
contestants.
They don't know.
I mean, they are goblins. I like
Yeah.
where your head's at. Let's see what they have here.
Not to say that we'll pull a Ziva, but we could cut off their heads.
Well, they
No,
both.
that's too far.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I was just going to say, a trophy.
This is a light-hearted stream.
You're
okay?
right. I said not to
No,
pull a Ziva.
also- I love
Sorry,
the
yeah,
idea that your character has just been like, whoa, we shouldn't kill people.
Oh,
No,
no.
that's not what we do.
That was me. That was
Okay.
We should
Emily.
defile their bodies.
Emily's
Like,
horrible.
goodness.
Because I was gonna be like, Irani's like, what have I done? What chaos have I brought to this group?
If we were gonna go down that path, you absolutely should have killed the alley doctor.
Yeah,
right?
Alley doctor.
Right.
We made a decision then
Yeah.
Right.
on what kind of party we were gonna be.
Yeah, Grumpledump says not to be grimdark, but we could.
We could.
But
I mean, it's always technically an option.
Always an
Yeah,
option.
I mean, you are playing with the premier Grimdark Starfinder
Premier
podcast.
Grimdark.
So listen, what they do have on them are each of them have a holy symbol of Zankuthan.
right.
I don't know if the goblins know about that, although,
That does
the-
seem like news they could use, though.
Yeah, but you do know that Kesh told you that there was. So Kesh knew, so Merc knows, so maybe the goblins know. Nonetheless, you can take those to at least prove that you have taken out these 2 particular Kesh T. As far as, I mean, you could take pictures of their bodies with your comm units rather than
Take some selfies with the
I like some
bodies.
selfies next to them, like with their tongue hanging out, like ah.
No, that seems
That's
like something
awful.
a bad YouTuber would do and get canceled.
I was about to say that's like a Jake Paul kind of
Yeah,
move, right?
I'm not into
Right.
that.
I mean, you asked what you could do to prove that
No,
you
no,
killed them.
no. Listen. These are all
I mean, it's
ideas
still
that you've
technically an
had.
option.
Still, technically.
Sorry.
Listen, Adam, you just have to live with yourself after suggesting these things. Oh, kidding. It's
I
fine.
do it every
We're
day.
the chaos monkeys, after
That's
all.
true.
We're the
That's
ones.
true.
We brought it up. Yeah, let's just take their symbols of Zankuthan and maybe not a selfie, but like just a picture of the area that like, hey, this area has been cleared. Maybe you can come by and go through this scrap heap of a ship.
How about this? They have, they both have survival knives on them, and they're fashioned in the style of a Keshti. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So
We'll take
maybe
those.
that's a better better way to do it.
I like it.
These survival knives weren't very good.
No, they didn't work out for him, did it?
It got real close to have you heard the good word of Zan Kuthan
Yeah.
there for a second.
Okay, so what do you want to do when you leave here?
I mean, is anybody dead? Like, real talk. Where are we looking health wise?
Well, spell slots wise too, right?
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I was down to all but one resolve point as the combat was finishing last week.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And I'm out of spells.
Let's go take a nap, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong to rest. Or it's not a crime.
No,
but I think we should go back to that safe place that we know.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can go back to the little hidden spaceship that Merc and Kesh have made a little home out of, a little apartment, a little studio apartment.
So precious.
So precious.
So, you know what? Yeah. This is quaint.
This is quaint. This is nice. This is nice.
So when you come back, Merc's like, "Wow, did you find anything? Did you find any of the parts?" And like she's got her finger like all the way up her nose, like.
One rock chicken chamoflam coming up.
I feel.
Well, I love those, but that's not what I was looking for. I have a collection of flams.
Plenty of those.
I bet you do.
You want to see them?
No, I think we're going to take a nap. Isn't that right, crew?
Yes, we were successful with the Akesh tea, but we are going to hold on to everything until we have everything you need.
Yes, and by nap we mean an entire sleep.
Okay, I will make sure that nobody bothers you while you're asleep by standing right at the foot of your bed and watching out for any of those scary lizards.
Cobb would,
and Kesh says,
their big hand.
Yeah.
Before Kesh can say anything, big hand on the little goblin. Thank you. That is appreciated. And then we'll turn around and go down.
Yeah.
Kesh, we all just leave her to look at you specifically.
Yeah, Kesh is doing the thing where, pinching the bridge of his nose, and he's like,
Cobb settles down. I feel safe.
I really wish that you wouldn't encourage her. She's so insufferable as it is.
I don't understand.
It's okay. It's okay, Merc. I still love you. It's just you talk a lot, and you've been talking a lot. I know. It's cool.
No, that's precious.
You've got to be a friend to make a friend. Jeez.
That sounds really smart. You're pretty smart, Frogman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like you made Kesh. Yes.
Another dancing.
Yes.
So while whatever this strange ritual is that's happening, the disaster bug is just in the background doing the Snow White clap while you guys are doing your weird yes dance with all four hands.
Val's looking back and forth between everyone and just decides to shut down for the night.
Just shuts down. Just fully.
Right where I'm standing.
Sorry,
That's
we've
fair.
been through quite a lot. We're nearly delirious.
Mm-hmm.
Which
all right.
hints the whole sleep. Yes.
Yes. So speaking of that, you can go ahead and get your long rest, get your spell slots back, get them resolve points back, get those HPs back, and get those staminas, all of it. Just get all of it back.
So Finder of the Path's here, so let's all go to sleep now.
All right. Well, that was a good show, everybody. We'll see you next month.
We'll see ya.
All right.
Yeah.
It was good. We did good. We did great.
You missed it, Finder. We started 2 hours ago. Where have you
You
been?
get
Good.
God,
You get
gee.
2 sound bites per month. Really pumping out the content.
Come on.
Yeah, we went from one
Content.
4 episode, yeah, 1 3-hour episode a month to 2 3-minute episodes a month.
I think
That's what you guys wanted. That's what
solid
the people wanted.
progression right
They
there.
asked for it.
They asked for it. Okay, so everybody's all recharged. So directly to the junk golem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Straight to.
right on.
Straight
in there.
to. I don't know why you're laughing.
I think we should leave all of our weapons here too.
Yeah,
While we're at
leave
it.
your armor, the
We
weapons.
could do that.
Let's just go next.
Now did somebody put on the new armor, that golem forged? Because we got there was some of that. I think.
Oh,
I think Cobb's the only one who can use
I
that.
have
Yeah.
it, and I have equipped it. So
Okay, great, cool,
yes.
cool.
Mhm, mhm.
It would be so sad if you didn't actually use the armor
Yeah.
that was there for you to use.
Can I just let you know how much of an improvement it was for me? I went from
Yeah,
having
let's hear it.
second skin, which is a +1 EAC +2 KAC, to a +5 EAC +7 KAC.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Which is great.
Well, that's
'cause
a
I'm
jump.
Frontline fighter. Shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's why
Good
you got
stuff.
it. Yeah,
Preach it.
and don't forget that you do have a couple spell gems of junk
Yeah.
armor, junk barricade, junk restraints, and also Emily Cobb has that light rubbish cannon too, which I don't.
do.
So
Did
you have the
were able to put
handout.
it-
Yeah, so I wasn't able to put it on your sheet, but you have the handout, so you have the damage and all the stuff. So you would just roll your normal ranged attack, and then you can.
I homie.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah.
So
Go
where
ahead.
to? I assume you want to guys actually would rather go to the trash hunters first before going to the golem. I believe
Yes.
last time we talked, you were going to save the golem to the end.
Yeah, if we can get a long rest before we go attempt the golem, I think that would be good. Even if we were able to like scout out the golem's whole fight area, since we know magic will not be very successful against it, we will want to create some sort of advantage for us.
So scouting is certainly an option.
Advantage.
Advantage. Yeah, that is certainly an option that you can attempt to do. You've been able to scout just about all of these before you came up. In fact, that's how you guys got the jump on the Akeshti last fight, doing some scouting, and you have a pretty good scout among you. So,
Hey,
let's
So
yeah. So let's take it to the trash
Take it
hunter
to the
territory.
bridge.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
the bridge. Take the bridge.
So as we get up to leave and we're kind of like suiting up and grabbing our, packs and everything, Irene just sort of like waves her finger in somatic movement, and a bunch of pieces of junk from nearby trash piles, just as she's walking in step with everybody else, start to form her junk armor on her person as she
Yeah.
walks out.
Nice. So that boosts you up, gets you a nice little
Mhm.
extra layer of defense.
Yeah,
How
baby.
long does that last?
24 hours, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah. And did you use the spell gem so as to not
No,
use one
I-
of your spell slots?
Well, so
or-
just to be clear, the spell gem,
Mhm.
I can still only cast it on myself, right?
No, you can cast it on anybody.
Okay, so I'm
You're the
gonna
only
keep-
one that can
yeah.
use it, though.
I'm the only one that can use the spell gem, but I can cast the armor on anybody. So I've
Correct.
kept the spell gem in case I want to cast that on somebody else.
Heard.
I've used I've used a spell slot because I still have my cache if I need my spell cache as a technomancer if I need.
Give it a
Cash
case.
money,
Yeah.
baby.
All right, love it. Well, so you guys are gonna start making your way towards. Let's see if I need to update some music. I have not. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had COVID, so I couldn't do it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can't find something. We'll just switch to this.
in Val 2 is going to take that brown force field generator that he has. His upgrade slot is right on his neck, so he's gonna just click it and goes down. He installs the force field generator, and as he does, it kind of crackles across to his voice box a little bit, shakes. Oh, that was odd.
Ooh. Okay. we got-
What was that? I'm sorry, Val.
Sorry, something's happening here, and I don't understand what's happening.
Did you say what it is ain't exactly clear?
Well, I think it's possible that you might be able to hear the drastic difference in my voice compared to the last time that we spoke.
It sounds
Yes?
It sounds odd. Should I pull out the cartridge and blow on it, and you can put it back in? Will that fix
Try
it?
it. Give it a shot.
It just slams it back in. Got a little bit of spittle on there. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't,
Whoops, no big deal.
don't look into it.
Okay, hold on. I was gonna stick with that one, but that was good. So let's roll another one.
Oh no! I was.
No, that's
He's
good.
got
I
like
want
a
to do a
list
different
of
one.
30,
That
so
is
it's
I
not
literally
like-
have an entire page. Everybody gave me a bunch of stuff last time. I have an entire page.
Yes.
Yes, that's better.
Oh boy.
No,
Stick with
no,
that.
not better. This is something is very wrong.
I don't know. I think that one's fine. What do you
I
think?
like it.
This one, you like this one?
Yes. Oui.
Okay, all right.
Be the macho man, you coward.
I like them all, I'll be honest. It's nice to have variety, you know.
Yes. Well, as
there
you guys
seems
are
to be a lot of variety. And it's still vibrating and doing things. So
Oh,
he's
no.
gonna walk a couple of 10, 20 feet away from everybody and just start fiddling with it. He's really concerned.
Oh no!
He's gonna be Seinfeld in no time.
yeah.
It's probably fine.
I got Kramer.
What's the deal with my voice box?
What's up with junkyards?
Anyways, I was
It's not a
holding off for
yard.
the transition. So Adam, you can transition us now.
All right.
Hello.
So as you guys are making your way through here, you definitely see evidence of space goblin tinkering all around you. Deep dents in sheet metal, half melted chunks of plastic, scorch marks across the ground. Everything seems ready to topple or just collapse on itself. Pure space goblin heaven. Kesh told you before you left that the trash hunters don't particularly care about intruders unless they're unbrewed, which you guys are not, or unless you try to take something valuable in plain sight. As you travel, though, you get this feeling that you are being watched. And I guess everybody roll a perception check if you care to.
Care to?
Oh, I care too.
Can do. Now, do I have good perception? Absolutely not.
That's a 16.
Oh,
10.
Team.
I'll have
Skip
you
got
know.
a 25.
Well, shit.
Whoa.
I was
Nice.
feeling pretty good about my 17 on the die, i.e., my 18 total. 25, I reckon.
25. Okay, well, I mean, anything above a 15 will give you the sense that you can kind of see some trash hunter goblins peeking through rubber tires, maybe through some panes of transparent aluminum. However, they don't come out, they don't challenge you, they let you walk through, no problem. However, if you're worried about being spotted or followed as you continue, you can each roll a stealth check.
Yeah, baby.
I'll be
Yeah.
doing that. Way ahead of Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb's
I've
just
seen
hanging
Cobb
back.
try to be stealthy.
It doesn't.
Well, here's the good news. Only half of you have to succeed at this check for it to count as a group success. So,
Well, 26.
all right, we got one. We got one.
Is there any way I can use ghost sound to create like distracting sounds in other
Well-
directions to give us an advantage?
Sure. I'll give you a +2 to your
Yeah.
to everybody's stealth roll.
Awesome. Do I have to roll? Can I hurt the group?
If you can't hurt it,
Okay.
but
Right, but you might get lucky and roll a natural 20 and help you.
Nice. All right. Where is this? Why? It's always
What you get,
it's always in
Emily?
the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I rolled, okay, if I have a -2 to stealth and I rolled a 1, what did I?
but you got a +2
But you had it,
from
yeah,
from
negate
the
the
ghost sound.
negative.
Okay,
So you rolled a 1.
1.
All right, so that's one fail, one
Yeah.
success.
I what's a 9 get me?
That
That's
is
by the
another-
way, That's with the +2 already.
Okay, well, that is another fail. So it comes down to Skip of whether or not they succeed.
14.
That's with the +2?
Yes.
Oh, that is a fail. Too bad. Too bad.
I'm actually good at stealth. I just rolled really bad.
Guys,
Here's
this
the
doesn't
thing.
bode well.
It doesn't hurt you. You just missed out on some pretty good buffs for the next encounter. Too bad. Too bad. I'm so sad about it.
I guess we're gonna have to diplomatize our way out of this encounter.
Uh-oh.
Crack.
They were, in fact, buffs to diplomacy had you stealthed properly. So, anyways, about 30 minutes more of travel, you eventually arrive at the following site. And I'll put you on the map here.
The map.
Yes.
Oh, the map. Okay, so you see a tower of metal cylinders rising 40 feet into the sky, casting a long shadow across the ground like an accusing finger. Right at you, Emily. Right at you, that natural one.
specifically.
Yeah, the shadow's pointing right at you.
What a dick.
The top wobbles slightly from the breeze, but against all expectations, the spire seems stable. You also see a couple, a trio of space goblins working on, doing something at the structure's base. Everybody roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a new die.
16.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
11.
19.
Okay.
There we go.
So Skip and Rainey, both of you notice that just as they turn to see you, one of them clutches something to their chest, like they had just pried something loose and clutched it to their chest, like kind of hit it to their chest as they turn around to face you. The two of you that succeeded in that perception check may roll engineering checks.
Oh, no.
I love it. Just no.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Okay,
You have to be trained.
I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 26 on my engineering.
Doing very
can
well.
do it. You can do it. You realize immediately that the goblin is clutching ever so tightly to their chest an electrolytic capacitor.
Oh.
Yeah.
The very thing that you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and roll that over as you kind of eye the entire situation here. You can also see that the tower is made almost entirely of starship power cores stacked in a pyramidal shape at the base, and then about halfway up, those cores balance atop one another, seemingly in defiance of gravity. And we're talking, just like all the way up in the air, just a single core on top of a core on top of a core. So think like a bunch of cans of soup just stacked up in like a 40-foot tall tower.
Do I get the sense from my engineering check that is, well, I guess maybe it's a different check, but they are stacked in order to create some kind of new junk technology that's going to do something if we approach?
No,
Okay.
you actually get the sense that this has literally no functional value.
Just goblin
so
shit.
you get the sense that this is actually maybe built as a piece of art or as tribute or something like that. And you notice that the cores are welded together, thus why they're able to keep from toppling. However, the very top of it is kind of wavering a little bit in the breeze, but it's sturdy and not going to be knocked down. In fact, despite its haphazard look, you can tell that it would take like sustained force or a massive explosion to even knock the thing over.
Impressive.
So it's not tech. This is just a tribute.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
You better
But
believe it.
But the three goblins look at you and say, "What are you doing here?"
Uh-oh.
Someone lead. Someone lead the
I
party.
was literally looking at my diplomacy, and I forgot I am not playing a charisma
It's fine.
character.
It's fine. I can do it. I got this, guys. Yes. So she like using like token spell or whatever is gonna create some sort of thing that looks like a manual, and she said, I could have sworn this is where the art installation was supposed to be. Is it here or was it back that way? Hello, bonjour, good friends. Hello, I'd like to introduce you to my friends, the Mera Posse, and we had heard that you all are expert junk artists. Judging by this piece here, we must be in the right place.
Nice.
This is art, right? Is this what we're going for? Is this... Okay, yes, this is art!
What? Art? Whose art?
Your art. You made this, did
No.
you not? No?
My name's Dinger.
Oh god, no.
Oh.
No.
Mhm.
Oh, not that you are art, although you carry yourself very well.
Yeah. You might as well be.
Yeah, you might as well be. Who here can say that they are not art, really, on the inside? But I meant what you craft. We have
In
heard
the
that-
inside? No. Dinger? Inside out. Art? Who?
Oh, sacre bleu. How you say? How you say? And she points at the statue, and she just goes with all thumbs up with all four arms, and and a big smile with her pinchers.
What is that
It's
tower?
all terrible.
What is that
Yeah.
tower? Good
What
goblin
is?
friends.
Our tribute to Bomb Guzzle.
Sorry.
Not art. He Bomb Guzzle. Me Dinger. You art.
Skip leans over to Val and whispers, "How do you say lost cause in Goblin?"
Bomb. That's their leader, right? Out of
I'm
char-
Guzzle? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that name.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a name? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought he was doing a thing with a bomb, so okay, got it.
I got
That's
it.
much clearer now.
You see how it's confusing? Art name. Bomb Guzzle name. This tribute to Bomb Guzzle.
We have heard.
Not art.
I am so sorry. We have heard of the great creativity and ingenuity of Baumgartel and their inventions. And this appears to be one of them. We were told in town that we could find the great Baumgartel, or at least what they had made here. Might we have a closer look?
No, we make for Bomb Guzzle. This is our tribute for Bomb Guzzle.
Oh,
She looks at
Nothing.
yeah. I'm sorry.
I think we are lost in translation, as it were. Hi, my name's Cobb.
Not art. Tom.
Yes.
You're so shitty
confusing
about
answer.
telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I don't know.
I love the idea that Cobb like steps forward and there's just like beads of anime sweat dripping down
Yes.
Irene's face as she's just like, I thought I knew what I was doing, but it's not working. Like she's just collapsing in on herself like a dying star.
Tell
Could
me.
we have that device?
Oh, there we go.
Oh. What device?
What's the name of the thing that
They're
we're
like
looking for?
they're like looking at each other like really
Electrolytic
shifty eyed. Like
capacitor?
Yeah, the electrolytic capacitor. Whatever.
Dinger is like shoving the one that's holding it to their chest like behind them.
What device? No device.
Could we do tradesies?
Yes, I could offer you several pieces for your creations, and she snaps and fabricates a bunch of junk and sort of hovers it in front of them.
Oh. One moment. Stay there.
Okay, you guys can roll a perception. You guys can roll a perception to try to overhear them. If you
Oh,
speak
man.
Goblin.
That's,
Oh,
I was gonna say
Goblin.
that's one hell of a space. Your space goblin's
No.
on point there,
I
buddy.
don't speak goblin.
No.
No goblin, no space goblin
I
speakers.
barely speak common.
Are you sure it's not Versite or Orc?
Very sure.
Or Acatonian. We're on Acatonian.
While they're arguing, you notice that there's a Thaster Toad just sitting in the top corner here, just kind of warily eyeing you. Just
Ew. No, thank you. But he's not doing anything. He's just
not doing anything, just watching you guys. And after a moment, the trio of space goblins seem to have reached a conclusion.
Oh boy.
And the one that is holding the capacitor shakes his large head and says,
No, we found it first, so we own it now. Scavengers' rights.
Yeah, obviously you own it now. We want to trade you for it.
So Cobb will lean over into Irene and be like, "What if we trade them for one of your junk gems?" I don't know.
Irene gets that look that Bilbo gets. It's like, it's mine. Why shouldn't I? Get it? Like,
I agree with the sentiment.
yeah. And you hear back in your head, she goes, "Oh, but I like them. They're so powerful. That's so
Here's
much better
deal.
than." Oh,
Here's deal.
Oh,
200 credits.
oh.
But not credits. We can't spend credits. Where we spend them?
That seems like a problem for you to figure out.
Cobb leans back over. Like Cobb doesn't have like any kind of brain talk. What's that word?
Telepathy?
Telepathy. Thanks.
wow.
I'm on tonight, y'all. But leans back over to Irene and says, "Oh, what if we show them the pictures of the dead lizard people?"
Yeah. She says, how about this? We throw in a battery, and she takes a battery out of her kit that I bought at level 1 for whatever reason. And 2 survival knives from your greatest foes, who we have slain. Not all, just 2, but like every little bit counts. And she psychokinetic hands them over and then shing, like dirts them in the ground in front of them. And then also is like, and also steals the junk and just piles the trash right behind it, like she's pushing poker chips forward on a table.
Cobb like comes like stands up straight and like folds their arms. It's just like, "Yes, we killed those Akeshti." Like trying to sell the deal. Like that'll do it.
We don't like unbrewed. It's true. It is good they dead.
You're welcome, she says.
Cobb says, "We did it for you." Wink.
Okay, roll a bluff check.
Oh no!
Yeah, baby.
But you can roll it with a +2 because you have the knives, you know.
+2, you're still gonna.
Come on, natural.
You better
20.
roll high.
Come on.
If anybody
natural
wants to
20.
aid your friend here
Please,
with
Yeah,
this bluff, but I need to hear what you're gonna say, you know.
I can aid, and because I feel like I assisted on selling that.
Yeah.
Do I have
for
to add
sure.
anything else to it?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's see. I'll just let you add the +2.
Okay.
Anybody else want to try to aid?
I am untrained in telling lies.
Well, you can still roll.
Still roll.
All you gotta do is
okay.
get a 10.
A bluff is one you can like. It's not a.
Yeah. It's only like the ones that require kits that you
Yeah.
have to. Yeah.
Is it look? And I know. Just give me a second here. Is it a lie? Because like our plan was to, if we have to kill the Akeshtis.
You did
Dude,
not kill
like-
it for these goblins.
No, I mean, but we kind of did because
No.
we were like, if we kill these Akeshti, we will use it as favor to be curried with said goblins. Like
Sounds like a
this was
great argument to
intentional.
make to aid your bluff.
Okay. Okay.
Just saying, we had a plan. It's not random. Yeah, I got a 12 or a
There you go.
14 actually with the +2.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's two assists there.
So that's a
so it's gonna be a
+6 total.
+4. No, +4 total.
I thought you said I got a +2.
Oh yeah, with your
Okay.
+2 from the knives, right?
Okay. Come on.
You could do this.
17! 17 on the die! Because I
On
have
the die.
I have a 0. So, this is
23.
It's that many. 23.
EC 22.
Oh, nice.
The wing
Yeah,
did
baby.
it! The
Oh,
wing
wow.
did it!
Your percentage on that was very low.
Yeah, like, I mean,
To be fair,
the
they're
assist
goblins.
Like
did it,
20% success, right?
One moment.
and they huddle up again.
I just hold a wink.
That's one hell of a wink.
Ill with art made.
Awesome.
Wait,
Awesome. We will take the capacitors then.
Do they think we're
Give us the batteries and the junk and the knives.
She just takes her psychokinetic hand and just shoves them towards them like a wall, and then a ghostly hand appears over the top to take the electrolytic capacitor.
Yeah, you are able to do it. You successfully diplomatized your way into a capacitor. And the frog just like, or the toad just looks at you like a little disappointed, like,
The frog's like, I was really looking forward to this combat.
yeah, this was gonna be a good snack.
Adam, are you
Frog's
mad
just
at
been
us?
sitting here.
No,
bored.
I'm very proud of you guys. Seriously, I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad that you didn't have to go into combat, which means you don't have to go back and take another long rest, which is
Nice.
super awesome.
Yeah, Ricky is just looking at the giant toad like, aw, but I wanna, and she's like, no, come back here.
Ricky just jumps and slashes one of the goblins in the face. Roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Well, it's flopped off now.
By chaos, monkey!
Wait, what if we trade you the monkey?
No!
No.
We've already made the deal. Why are you throwing in monkeys?
I
we
don't
want the
know how
monkey
to
now.
do this. I
You
don't know
said
how to do
monkey.
this.
Monkey arts.
No,
Tonight at the campfire, she's like, we need to talk. Why are you trying to get me to give away my shit and my best friend? I think we should probably think about the fact that my best friend is a flesh monkey, but like, let's not think too hard about it. Like,
Hey,
We're not gonna dwell on it. We're not gonna dwell on it.
Do you want to talk about that?
Zuyu? Zuyu?
who the hell is this guy now?
Sorry.
yeah, she like leans back on she creates a scrap therapy bed for herself. She's like, it all started when I was but a young cocoon hanging in my mother's garden. Like,
Produce a notebook and finger
Yeah.
turns into a pen, and I'll just start taking notes. But I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to transcribe exactly what you're saying onto a notepad.
God. Yes, all of this will happen if we outlive the golem. Then and only then will all of this be true.
We got this.
great job, guys.
Yeah.
Emily, I'll go ahead and give you an inspiration for boldly trying to diplomatize with 0 points in charisma.
That was bold.
That was
Oh,
bold.
amazing.
Miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, baby. Cobb for
even
the win.
even if you take them shots
Even
on
if you
accident.
Take 'em,
Yeah.
shoot yourself in the foot. Sometimes that'll do.
Well, okay, so that sped things along a bit.
Adam's like, fuck, I didn't prepare for this.
I did. But yeah, I also didn't think that you guys would actually do that. I assumed you would get in a fight. So here we go.
Look, just
That is a
because
fair assumption.
We're a bunch of fighty kind of individuals.
I think there will be one day when Heath just the blood rage that has lurked inside of him since we didn't kill that side alley medic
come out.
just bubbles over and he's like, die! Just randomly in the middle of something. But until that moment,
He's just gonna shank very thirsty.
Well, I will tell you, if it came down to us spending $2,000 or me knifing somebody.
oh no, I get it. I'm with you.
Okay. So now that only leaves one thing left. That is the junk golem. So you mentioned wanting to scope out the situation.
Yeah.
This is
We
still
understand
something
that it roams, correct?
It roams a very tight circle, so like you know where to find it. You know the area that's in. You would be able to get pretty close to its area and maybe even get visuals on it before actually engaging in it if you wanted to. You know, obviously there'll be some rolls involved and all that, but
Yeah. Well, Val would do that, right? Because
What I would like to do is have all the loud people stay back here.
I'll sit down. Clunk.
I would like to find the most opportune ground to attack the golem on. But I will need you all to stay here while I do that.
All right.
That is all.
I was like, are we in a goblin workshop? What happened?
yeah, well you were, but now it's time to scope out the golem. So
I would say we make any important tactical decisions after we scout.
all right. So you guys get close to the area, and then you kind of like find a little hidden nook to hide in, while Val is going to go take a look at this menace of the junkyards. Val,
So
go
what
ahead.
I'm looking for
Mhm.
is I'm looking for if there's a route, a pattern. Like, is it on some sort of predetermined route or is it seem random, right?
Mhm.
Based on where it is traveling, is there any place where we can get a clear line of retreat for or cover for my casters? Because I'm
Yeah,
really worried
so-
about my casters.
First of all, let's get a stealth check.
Sure.
First of all, hold on. Before you say what you roll, is there anything that we can do to boost that stealth? I'm
To
just,
beef him up.
I can't
Not
remember.
if you guys are holding back.
Yeah,
right?
not
No.
the problem is I got to be close enough to like create distractions. The only thing
Cast your
Uh,
junk armor on me.
is that
It's
a good
junk,
idea?
right? We're in a
Well,
junkyard.
no, what it would do would take your light
Yeah.
armor and make it heavy armor, which would give you a penalty to your.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's
Dex,
a
yeah.
big on no bueno. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, like I think I
I
think
was
you
just-
had it right
I
that
didn't
you're
know
gonna
if we had
go take a look
buffs.
and then come back and
Yeah.
take a look. You know,
Yeah.
Not engaging. Very much not
right,
engaging.
right. And I think making a sound is probably a bad idea because that would maybe, even if it distracted it, it would activate it. You know, so just a quiet observation mission here. And I
Yeah.
think
Right.
that Val is quite capable. We'll see. I mean, you know, the dice tell the story, but on paper, Val should be able to do
Yeah.
this pretty easily.
So one thing I'm certainly going to do is I'm certainly going to be putting an inspiration on this,
Okay.
which is a
So
+3, right?
it is.
So I'm
No,
doing
it's
this at a
+2.
plus
+2
2.
at this. Yeah, it doesn't go to +3 till you hit level 3.
Got it. So that would make my stealth a +13.
Okay, so you got a pretty good chance here based on what I just rolled. So roll your stealth.
So it's a 26.
Okay. So, yeah, you creep up on this thing, right? Or you creep up on the area, I should say. And what you see is kind of a clearing in the middle of a bunch of junk. And you, of course, see the junk bot. And it's just making kind of a loop around this clearing. It doesn't seem to be leaving the clearing. It just kind of is aimlessly walking around the clearing, picking up random pieces of junk and just like mashing it onto its body, just just kind of like making itself bigger with pieces of metal and shit. And as far as the clearing itself, you see that most of the debris radiates from this clearing as though pushed or violently thrown, save for a single slanted metal platform that has a transparent aluminum screen as one of its sides. Okay? A trio of broken starship consoles stands on the platform, the only remains of what looks to be a small starship's bridge. So what you see here is like just the floor and the clear panel that would be like the windshield. You know, starships have windshields, right? But like you can see through it. But there's this platform that has like what used to be consoles to operate a starship, and this transparent aluminum panel that divides it from the rest of the clearing. Now, obviously, you can from here you can tell that the consoles don't function. They're just metal there, but you do see that there is a divider here, perhaps some cover or like at least a wall that you could position behind. Now roll an engineering check on the golem itself.
All right. Not great at 10.
That is not great at all. Do you have mysticism?
That I do not know.
Well, you might want to go see if you can scoop up Skip and see if Skip can come quietly with you.
Does there seem to be something like really wrong or weird about how this golem is keeping itself together?
So the very fact that you recognize it as a golem as opposed to a robot tells you that this is magically constructed as opposed to like, you know, this is just random pieces of metal put together that's animated as opposed to a typical robot. So if you want, you can either grab somebody who's good at engineering, or you can grab somebody who's good at mysticism, but they also need to be good at stealth too.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Heath, you're really the only one that meets both of those requirements, either engineering or mysticism and stealth.
I've got mysticism and I've got pretty good stealth.
Okay. Then
what I will do is allow you to give him a +2 to his stealth roll, since you've already kind of navigated the space. You can kind of lead him through a quiet channel. Yeah.
All right. So then, I would, Valtu would head back, and so it's just going in a circle. That's it. And there's something about it that I can't put my finger on. Skip, could you come help? Take a look?
Sure. Why? So that sounds ruder than I mean. I mean, what am I going to be better than you at? As far
magic
as
things.
Assessing this. Oh, that shit.
Magic things.
Forgot about the fact that I'm magical.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
And then I would lead him along. And do you need me to roll to the aid?
No, I just need Skip to roll a stealth check, please.
Right.
With a +2, yes.
Okay. 16.
Yes, gets it.
Okay.
Very close. Very close. All right, so you get up and you see the same thing. You see this golem of junk just kind of walking around. I actually have a picture to show you guys here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hit me with that
Hit
junk
me.
golem.
It's really cool art. It's like probably the best art of the whole thing. Here we go. Emily, you ready? You ready to show this?
Oh my
awesome.
goodness gracious.
It looks like the Iron Giant, but
That
like,
was my first thought,
so
except for
scary.
Yeah.
evil Iron Giant is what
Right.
comes to mind, yeah.
Drop it.
He is
more
not
time.
Superman.
Thank you.
All right, so
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do multiple things here and it's not working. Drop it one more time for me.
While you're sorting that out, I think it's fair to say this golem is played by Vin Diesel.
yeah.
100%.
Emily, you should also have it in your journal. You can pull up on yourself too.
You say
oh.
that.
Yep, you can do it.
I'm working on it.
All right, so Skip.
Yes.
I need you to roll a mysticism check on this. Pretty important. You really want to get this information.
One of my favorite words, Mr. Shisham. Oh, 11.
Yeah, that's not going to get it.
Let me try again.
Look harder, man.
Right.
I will let you use your inspiration to roll again, but you won't get your inspiration bonus.
Okay, it'll just be a flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. 24.
That's it. There you go.
There we go.
That's what you needed. Apparently, Kombucha GM is also nice.
Yep.
I assumed
The
that.
Bootster.
That was an alcohol name, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, you
Yeah.
bet.
Mhm.
All right. So that's
Now that everybody can see it, let's talk about this golem real quick.
Mhm.
all right.
How badass is this art?
Yeah, it is really cool.
So
And very detailed. There's so many
Yeah.
parts to it.
So the one thing that you can tell, actually, you're going to get 2 pieces of information with that roll.
Okay.
Let's talk about the magic immunity and what that actually means.
Mhm.
Okay, because it sounds bad.
It's not great,
'Cause I
but
don't like
there's
it.
I gotta tell
but
you.
there are some positives to it. Okay? First of all, this junk golem is immune to any spell or spell-like ability that allows for spell resistance, unless the spell specifically targets constructs. However, certain spells function differently against this golem. Magical effects that deal acid damage slow the junk golem for 3 rounds.
Okay.
If targeted by a spell with a target entry of at least 1 bulk of an inert electronic equipment,
So junk stuff.
Junkomancer,
Right.
Sorry,
The
sorry.
golem-
Say this again. This seems very important.
It
I'm
is.
scared. Okay.
If targeted by a spell with the target entry of at least 1 bulk of inert electronic equipment, the golem becomes confused for 1d4 rounds.
That's
Okay.
very good.
Okay? So acid will slow it. A spell that targets 1
Junk.
bulk of junk, right,
Mhm.
confuses it. If the spell has spell resistance, it does not work at all.
Oh.
Okay. So, not that I'm, giving myself away, but I just need to make sure that I read this right. So for instance, junk restraints that would shackle and restrain a creature. It does say you have to target 1 bulk, right, to use it. And it also says the DC of this check. So it would also be, that is a spell resistance, right?
So
'Cause it's a-
basically what would happen is none of the other effects of
The spell would go.
would work, but you could use that spell to impart confusion on
Even though it says so there doesn't seem to be like a thing to resist the spell. Initially it just says it needs to make an acrobatics check to get out of it.
What's the spell that you're looking at?
The spell is junk restraints. I'm looking at that the spell gem. It says
So-
you turn. Oh, go ahead.
So spell resistance is going to be something specific in the above the description line. It's SR.
It'll say spell resistance, and under it, it'll say yes or no. Or
Okay.
yes, or there will be a line if it doesn't.
So with junk
Right.
restraint, spell resistance has a no, which means that would work.
Oh, baby, we're out here. Okay, in these streets. Okay, junk
In these
mages.
alleys where we hire
Junk
our
mages.
doctors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Okay,
Well,
that's
and-
why I was checking, because I was like, I don't think I understand this correctly. So, and I didn't, and now I do.
Well, in golem anti-magic is a goofy thing where it's like, I don't care what your spell actually does. If it meets these conditions, it does this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It changes
Okay.
things. Yep.
So,
Mhm.
okay, so it looks like it would still be susceptible to at least that spell gem.
Yeah, and then the second piece of information that you see as it's running around, just mashing metal into it, is that it has the ability to repair itself, called junk repair. So once a day, the golem can take a standard action to pick up one bulk of inert electronic equipment and add it to its body, restoring 1d10 HP.
Just picks up a carburetor and jams it into himself.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
good now. You know.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what you learned.
Mm-hmm.
So, to summarize, you learned the scope of its magical immunity and what spells will do things to it. You
Yeah.
also got a lay of the land, that there is a bridge with a aluminum shield basically on one end of it at the far western side of this clearing, which seems to be, it would be a safe place for casters and ranged people to be.
Yep.
Mhm.
I learned that I am a buffer and a healer for this fight. 'Cause
Me too.
My offensive magics will do nothing.
That's okay. These things are still useful.
So, what now, team? So you guys go back, reconvene.
Yeah,
with the
Val would
Mariposa.
Skip would go back, relay a lot of this information. Or Skip, I imagine, would.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you relay it, she's gonna use her illusions, basically to create like a map, like when they're looking at the Death Star in Star Wars, to kind of plot out where they can stand and where they can be visually. And she says, I think the best idea for us at ranged for Skip and I would be to go route around the other side of that bridge so that we can hide behind the barricade there. And as soon as I am able, I will try to use the... Sorry, something is
What?
happening. Sorry, oh my god. Okay,
I was
out of
like,
nowhere...
Is that a
Are
code?
you
ad-
okay?
Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but out of
Yes.
nowhere, RuPaul's Drag Race just started playing in the background super loud.
Nice.
Oh.
Diana. So I was like,
Hence
what's
the startled gasp.
yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I jump scared myself with the power of drag. Okay, so somehow makes a lot of sense. Anyways, we should go to ranged. If we need to create a closer barricade, I can do that later. But I think what would be good is to make sure that Cobb, you can get as many hits as quickly as possible with the greatest advantage. So I will try to junk restraints the creature so that it is more susceptible to your attacks, to everyone in melee range.
Yes, and when we go to do this, for you, Cobb, I would like to put a buff on you just as you're gonna run in.
I think
That'll
that
last.
would be
It'll last a minute per level, so 2 minutes.
wonderful. I can attempt to make a ranged attack with a grenade or this junk cannon.
On the way in, sure.
Yes, I just wanted to state that.
Another thing we can do is try to stand behind that barricade, and then once the restraints wear off and it starts continues to come towards us behind the barricade, I can keep doing acid rays of damage to it to try and slow it down, and then we would just have to keep eating away at it, hopefully as we kite it backwards.
This all sounds like a very good plan.
You know, assuming it happens the way we think it will, it sounds great.
Cobb is gonna take her big meaty noir hands and grab both Irini and, oh my god, Skip
Crap.
and just kind of slam them on their shoulders and be like, I'm so glad that I'm a part of this team. We're doing great.
Yes, we're glad you're here too. Sorry, there was a bug. That was not part of the thing.
I thought you were waving your bubbins up at Cobb.
I thought you were just like,
That works. He was like, "Hey, snap out of it."
all right, so let's sneak around the other side and see if we can get this rolling. I'm good about this. Don't you feel good about this?
So here's the rub.
Oh shit.
Well, I did feel good about it.
So great plan. The entryway into this clearing is going to be from the middle south. Okay. It will require a successful stealth check to get to the platform.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you will not be able to start combat on the platform.
Right there.
So you guys can roll in whichever order you want, but
right there,
the first time somebody fails, combat starts, and you guys will be where you are.
Well, what if we did it this way, where we, those of us who have a hope and a prayer of stealth, go to the bridge, and then Cobb, if you are going to maybe throw something and then run in, you could wait at the entrance without calling attention to yourself. I don't know. It's up to you. What are you comfortable with?
I don't want to be the reason the rest of the team fails. So I would much prefer to be last.
Agreed.
Last in line, but first in our hearts. And she slaps you on the shoulder.
So it's time to put you guys on the map.
No, let's talk about it more. Let's not. Let's do it. But I'm scared.
Okay.
So ready for this.
Yeah,
So-
I'm hyped.
Who is going to roll the first stealth check? So you guys see the map now, right? So this is the bridge area that I'm talking about. The barrier is the kind of straight line that's right here. And it's see-through. If you're directly behind it, you can't obviously shoot through it. But if you're in this square or this square, you can poke around it. No issue.
Could I grant us some advantage to our stealth if I just fabricate scrap as we go, like a moving bush, except made out of junk?
That's kind of clever.
It's super cool.
Although there is a feat that
It's-
actually does
yeah.
that.
What is it called? Create barricade or fabricate barricade? Or...
Right. Which
It has the
Junk
junk
makes-
barricade spell gem for one, but she also has the fabricate junk
Scrap.
spell.
Yeah.
Fabricate scrap. Here's the only thing about it. I love the idea, but once this thing is aware that there's a threat, it
Yeah. It will
becomes
Combat begins.
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
Right.
I know what I want to do. Val is going to work around the counterclockwise side with his stealth, and he's going to bring out his Diasporan sniper rifle, tactical rifle,
Mhm.
and get it in its sights. And then I can allow Irene and Skip to go. And if either of them fails the check and the golem starts headed that direction, I'll pow him with the rifle,
Yeah.
allowing you guys to complete your movement into cover, and then Cobb
Okay.
can come and engage from behind as it's coming.
I
to
like
me.
it. That sounds good.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you say from behind, where am I going to be?
From behind it.
So I would be. Oh, my thing is black. So yeah, I'm looking to go up in this northeastern corner.
I see.
Oh,
So
you
if
are.
it's I want to sneak up over here and have my tactical rifle out. Then once Skip and Irene end up going over this direction, if the golem
Is this
is looking
the
at them.
barricade?
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
If the golem is looking at them or turns toward them, I'm just gonna pop a shot at it to get him to turn toward me at the northeast.
The golem is currently standing right in the middle of the clearing, looking down at its belly, just moving junk around in its belly.
Shit, I feel seen. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
That's clever. I like it.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's what Val wants to do
I
before
rolled
anybody does
pretty
anything else.
shitty perception, so you guys have a good chance here. So we're gonna start with Val then.
So yeah, let Val go first. See if he
Yeah.
gets in position.
All right, Val, let's get that stealth.
A 13, actually. I rolled a 2 on the die.
Oh,
Do you
well,
have
this thing pops off and we're just winging it.
No, I don't
Well-
have the thing.
I love that we talk for 30 minutes and then it's like
Oh, just one natural 2.
We
Yeah.
talked
Oh,
our
man.
way out of the goblin fight, but
Yeah.
we fucked everything
mean-
up going on this one.
It was a good plan.
It was a good plan. I need you guys all to roll initiative, but you can wait till after we take the break.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Damn it,
fair.
damn it, damn
Take a
it.
little 10-minute break. That sucks, man. It was such a good plan.
Yeah.
It just.
I was
It's
ready
okay.
for
Hey,
that.
nobody can say we didn't do the work, you know?
We
No.
did
Right?
everything that we could do.
Let's get all that time we
Yeah.
would have taken doing the goblin combat.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah,
did
right.
planning for this
Yeah.
one anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so just a little less than 10 minutes, guys. We'll see you back here in just a hot second. All right.
Yep. All right. Time for part 2 of this week's episode,
Electric
where
Boogaloo.
a plan immediately fails upon
The
exposure to
first
the
die
battlefield.
cast.
Yeah, it was a really great plan. It was a good attempt.
As
Quick heads up,
tradition.
I'm switching over to my physical dice.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and put on some music. We've already rolled initiative. Let's get right back into it here. Let's see how we do, guys. There we go. All right. Well, I rolled the best initiative, guys. So I get to go first. And Val, since you're the one that made the noise,
Come
you're
at
the
me,
one.
bro.
So,
Yep.
where even are we?
You're right where you are on the map.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great. It's a pretty. I was expecting this map to be much bigger.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tight little map.
It
So he's
really
gonna
is.
take one step forward, and
That's
he's
all
gonna
he needs.
reach out with his long, junky arms and just try to punch you square in your robotic lizard face. Here we go.
Hey, Adam, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Are you
I shouldn't
okay?
give that away.
What's the question?
So before we went into this, like the combat started because people started moving towards their intended positions. I said before this I wanted to do a buff on Cobb before we did.
Yeah,
this,
you
but,
did.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
so you can get that buff can.
Okay,
be
so you now
applied.
have Defrex hardiness,
Ooh. Nicey nice.
which is really fun. It gives you DR, but also damages enemies that hit you.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
DR
I like
equal
it.
to my caster level. So DR2, and any creature adjacent that hits you with a melee attack takes piercing damage equal to my caster level. So anyone who hits you takes 2 damage, and you reduce 2 damage every time you get hit.
Very,
Nice.
very cool. Thank you, good sir.
That's
Yep.
good stuff. Well, my first roll of this combat was a 31 to hit Val's KAC.
Don't think
Yeah,
that'll
that
hit.
hits.
That's good. Gonna hit you for 11 bludgeoning damage.
I think that's a good sign. You know, we're off to a great start.
Okay, well there goes the 1 temporary HP right out of the gate, obviously.
Oh, you activated your force field?
You can activate or deactivate. Damn it! If I
No,
was,
you could. I assumed
I would have
that you guys-
activated it before I even like, got into it. But
sure.
that's my bad. All right, so yeah, that hurts. Ow!
Ouch.
Okay, so 11 hits right off the bat, but it is your turn, Val.
Okay,
Hit it back. Hit it back.
so Val is majorly concerned because I was going to move around to pull. Is there a tumble through action?
Yes.
There is. Okay.
Roll-
Just
yeah.
went recently
roll,
through this.
roll acrobatics.
Roll acrobatics. Okay. Well, I'm good at that. I get a 26.
26. So the DC that you're trying to, let's see, is going to be 15 plus 1.5 the component CR. Let's see here. So that will be
Probably 17 or 18. Plus 1.5.
What'd you roll?
26.
That is a success.
Yay!
Okay.
So you are able to do that.
and I move at half speed when I do so, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15.
Mhm.
I can't draw my weapon while I do that, right?
Yeah, it's a move action.
Really?
If you have
Okay.
plus 1 BAB, you can.
Yeah.
Is
okay.
it a move action?
As
A
part of
tumble
a
Yes,
through
it
move
is.
action.
is
It
a move
It
action.
is.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is. Yep.
So then I'll pull out my semi-automatic pistol.
Well, and I also. Oh no, you had your sniper pulled out, right?
I had it pulled out, so I'd have to drop it,
Yeah.
which I would do. I can't get in a good position to use it.
Right.
So I'll drop it, tumble through, pull out my sidearm, and then
Pull out my gun.
attack with it.
All right. Let's see.
15 to hit.
No, sir.
Okay. Then that is my turn. Hopefully drawing it away from folks.
Cobb Udell, you are up.
Really?
Yeah.
You underestimate how badly the rest of us
sorry.
rolled.
I'm sorry. I was looking at other woof. Well, I reckon I would
And
have.
did you also roll a natural one, Ann?
Me? What?
Yeah.
For your initiative.
For your initiative, did you roll a natural one?
I don't know what I did. Yes. No. I rolled a 3.
A 3. Okay.
So much better.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
I just gave up on life there for a hot second. So realistically, I imagine I would have pulled this damn cannon thing out.
Sure. Whatever weapon you would have wanted to have to start, you would have had out.
I would
And
have
it would
had
have been
it.
ranged because the plan was to.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's shoot this thing, I reckon.
All right.
Okay, 15 on the die plus a hearty 2, so 17 to hit. It's a big old golem.
EAC or KAC?
That's gonna be EAC. I mean, I'm so
Okay.
sorry, KK. It's kinetic.
Oh, that's gonna miss, and you're gonna provoke an opportunity attack.
Within
Yeah. Got
Yeah, 10-foot reach, babe.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yup. I'm sorry about it.
We're in danger.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
not
big tall
good.
Bubby.
All right, so that's a 26 to hit, which is gonna hit
just
you
just miss.
for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
we're gonna
man.
we're gonna die,
This
you guys.
thing hits like a truck.
15.
I'm
Yeah.
working on it.
Adam. Adam, are you serious right now?
I am
Hey,
100% serious.
Hey, guess
yeah.
who's into their hit points?
Guys,
Oh,
don't forget
dang.
about your healing elixirs. Everybody's got one, okay? Let's
Well,
just-
your mystic can't do anything to hurt this thing, so he's probably going to be healing, I would guess.
Yeah, but I'm level 2, so I still only have 2 more spell slots.
Right.
Okay.
Cobb
Oh, it's gonna be a tight one. Well, it's
Cobb
gonna be a tight
gets
one, folks.
Smashed.
fine.
and
Wait,
it's like-
did you reduce your damage by 2?
I didn't.
That's important. You're going to need
And
to
I
remember to
will.
do it.
Every single attack.
Employment.
And also, the enemy takes 2 damage from hitting you.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So take that, you scum.
I did.
Difference hardiness is cool.
Well, he doesn't.
How?
He has DR.
Yeah.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, this is a tough fight, y'all.
Adam, that's not cool, man. Like, like, that was a cool ability I used right there, and you're like, oh, it doesn't really matter.
Okay,
Don't matter.
So let's just place bets right now who we're gonna have to spend 2,000 credits to save at the end of this.
If it's me, let me die.
Let me die.
I tell you now, Skip says, do
No.
not ever spend that amount of money on me again. I'll die and be glad that I saved you the coin.
No, Bubbin stays. All right.
Okay,
You're
so
right.
I missed. So I missed, and I'm here, and everything's terrible. Cobb
All right.
says, "Run!" to the rest of the crew. That's
Okay. So, Irene is going to take flight and begin to flutter this way. 5. Let me just measure. It'll be easier. Okay, she's going to get herself over here, and just before she drops down, she tosses the spell gem in the air and then hits it with the palm of her other hand to activate junk restraints. And all of these pieces of junk just rip themselves off of the outer shell of this like bridge thing that's there and go flying into this thing. And it's like she's pushing them forward with gravity, and then it's like she grabs an invisible rope with all 4 hands and just pulls down on it to try and get those things to just suction themselves down to the ground.
So a lot of things are going to happen with this.
I will slap you.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you.
No. This
Okay.
is for.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will come to you. I will drive 3 hours. and
So-
slap you in the face.
So you see that you're basically pulling equipment from it to bind itself, which leaves
Sure.
it confused. So it's going to be confused. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Okay. Three.
It's going to be confused for 3 rounds.
That's
Okay.
solid.
Okay, that's
All right.
good. Yeah.
Doubt it.
All right. Now talk to me about these restraints.
All right.
I have to roll a save. I get to roll a save against them, correct?
Kinky.
It
Word
says.
first.
Okay, sorry. You turn a pile of technological junk into a suit of. Oh, nope, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, too many junks. I'm nervous and I'm
You have a
scared.
ton of junk to be.
There's
Okay.
a lot of
Just
junk
drunks.
going on right
That
now.
trunk
That's-
is full
Yeah,
of
it's
junk.
full up of
So
the junk.
Much
All right,
junk.
all right. A little less noise there. A little less noise. All right. So junk flies towards the creature, attaches itself to the creature's limbs, and ensnares it, causing it to gain the entangled condition for the duration of the spell. Or until it ends the condition by succeeding at an acrobatics check to escape as a move action.
Nice.
Um,
What's the
So-
duration of the spell?
these are great questions, and had I entered all of the information onto the
1 round.
sheet, I would have them. But I think, is it 1 round?
So
Yeah,
here
it's
we
1
go.
round
It's
per
1
2
round
levels.
per 2 levels, so it's going to be for one round.
That's still good. Entangled for a
There
round.
is
Yeah.
there is a reflex save to negate, which is
Okay.
going to be equal to 15 plus 1.5 times your caster level. So that's going to be 15 plus 3, so 18.
Okay.
All right, so
Hopefully.
reflex save.
It's not a very dexterous
Play. Let's all just
Golem.
pray.
golem. Excuse me.
That is a save.
No!
It was a valiant effort. It really.
My stupid, worthless gem clatters to the floor.
What? No way.
Head and
Three
ray.
Three
Still
rounds
confused.
of confusion.
Still confused.
Yeah.
Look
It's
on the
fine.
bright side. It was free.
It was
Yeah, it
free.
was free. It's a free spell.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna-
So. Okay,
I'm
go
going to go
ahead.
ahead and roll on this confusion table to see what the situation is for the junk golem. That's 2. I
Okay.
act normally for the first round.
It's fine. So after seeing the spell fail, Ricky looks terrified and just runs away. No, I'm kidding. Ricky is gonna come over here beside Irani and just stand in a guard position on behind the barricade
Behind
as
the
she sort of
barricade.
drops herself into cover and dejectedly tries to catch her breath back there.
Okay. Well, you did confuse it, which is good. And I believe... Oh, well, it's acting normally, so there's that. All right. Making sure. All right, Skip, you're up.
Yeah. So Skip is going to run away. To begin with. Let me see.
Highly
how far I can
recommend.
get. Yeah. I mean, get out of here. What? Yeah, I have 30 feet of movement. So.
Yeet.
Would the square directly south of Irene be on or behind the barricade, or how does that work? She flew up.
But she just flew to the barricade. I assume you landed on the barricade,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that particular square, no, is not covered by the aluminum. Here, I'll draw a line to make it easier to determine. That's the barricade right there.
What about it? Doesn't curve at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
She could get in the space in front of Irene,
Yeah.
like in between Ricky and.
So, but I have to do it. I'm gonna take an opportunity attack. Leaving.
He's already
right
used
now.
his.
Oh, he's used his
conf-
reaction.
and he's
Oh,
also
great.
confused. Yeah.
That was my whole problem.
Cobb says,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, I've got you." The breath
That's why I
knocked
gave you
out.
the Defrex hardiness, at least.
wink.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah, so, okay, cool. That makes it a lot easier. I don't take one, and I move around and get right in front of Irini.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Boom. That's my movement. As part of my movement, I will pull my gun. I'll pull up my gun. And I will shoot with my gun.
Let's get it. Get the shot.
Yes. What kind of gun do I even have? Oh, a laser. Oh, that's not how you roll it. That's how you post the stats. Dirty 20.
20 will
Yeah,
hit.
Take damage.
And it does take that
It's
damage.
It's 2 damage.
Right. It does take it because it is fire damage.
I'm not, like, great with guns, to be honest.
But you did damage it. Very good. So I'm going to roll another D100 to see what I do at the start of this turn. 19. I believe that is also act normally.
Are you sure
It
it's not
is-
hit yourself in the face?
No, that's 51 to 75.
What's the range of act normally?
1 to 100. 1 to 25.
1 to 25, yeah.
Oh, okay. The first quarter of it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So Skip, you fired at it, and it turns its blue eyes towards you, and they turn red, and it like focuses on you, and trumps over,
No.
and is going to swing on you.
No.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
probably.
gonna die. Like, that's
Why are you doing this?
Okay, this is a bad roll. 14 to hit your KAC.
Yeah, you're short. You're short. We're good.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, God.
All I could think was Bubbins. No.
No!
All right.
Yeah, he just like, oh, like, barely misses the
man.
swing.
Okay.
This
Val,
was
you're-
not the plan.
Right. Val, you're up.
Seeing that things are not going as intended, Val is going to probably provoke if I do that. No, I'm going to move. Is this a plate here, difficult terrain or anything?
Nope.
Do I need to hop up on it? No, I can just walk over it?
Yep, correct.
All right, it's 5, 10, 15. Move 15 feet forward as part of a trick attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of shooting for as close to its visual sensors as I can to get its attention. 29 on the trick attack roll.
29 on the trick attack roll is a success on
All
the
right.
trick.
On the trick. So he's flat-footed on this, so... $18 against KAC.
18 against KAC.
Yeah.
Flat-footed will
Yeah.
hit.
Yes. All right, so then... Trick attack dice, come here. A total of 6 damage.
What? That's with your trick attack damage too?
That's with trick attack. So it's a D4 at second level.
And what's your gun do?
Gun's just a straight 1d6.
Okay, well, one of that damage goes through.
That's
Oh.
brutal, dude.
Great.
Sure,
Well, what kind of gun is
right? Is that right though?
It's a
Like, I feel
tactical
like trick
semi-auto
attack-
pistol.
it? Yeah. Hmm.
I feel like trick attack damage is higher than that.
Not at early levels, man.
I guess not.
I mean, it goes up to, what, I think a D8?
No, it goes to multiple D4s.
Multiple D4s, okay. So, yeah, I'm just at 1d4 and then a 1d6
is there
for
not
the
a modifier to
semi-auto.
that, like 1d4 plus something?
That's not. You got to get that third level to get that weapon special.
What's funny is I
Yeah,
play
there
an
it is.
operative.
Right.
This is
Oh,
just
you're right.
really
It does
low
go up
level.
to a D8 at third level. At third level.
It is a D8 at third level?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it gets up there, but
Yeah.
at
yeah.
second level, it's just this little guy right here.
Hey, but you got one through.
Hey,
Got
man.
one through.
Damage is damage. Although seeing
is.
that, Val's very concerned and looks over at his sniper rifle on the ground.
Yeah.
That does fire damage.
Yeah.
Right.
All
That's the
right.
way to go.
Cobb, you're up.
All right. Am I currently within attack of opportunity range?
Yes, you are.
All right.
5 foot step out.
Although you know it's confused.
Well, okay. Here's my deal. Are you ready for the deal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I want to try and get lined up for a gore attack.
Okay.
But I need some more space to do that. If I move here, directly below Val, I should have enough movement speed for, assuming the damn robot.
How much do you need? 10 feet?
10 feet.
Yeah.
Alright, so... But he's probably going to move. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'll tell you the first thing I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
As part of my move action, Cobb's going to pull out a grenade. A grenade.
A grenade?
A grenade. Nailed it. I nailed it, y'all.
Loved it.
And it's grenade. And it's gonna chunk the grenade about right here, because it's a 15-foot range or excuse me, area.
Okay.
And so
where are you putting it?
To the south here, like
Okay.
right about Schmear, so that it won't catch my froggy friends.
Well, let's just hope you don't roll below a 5 on your.
I get to add my.
You get to add your strength.
Yeah.
Would be your
Yeah, 16.
All right, so you succeed in that. And what kind of grenade are we throwing here?
It's a frag grenade, baby.
All right, and what's the reflex save?
I don't care to tell you, but I will.
Bad.
But I will.
CC
Ooh.
10.
Man.
Yeah,
Passed.
it's fine, but so it's only a pissant amount of. It's only 3 damage. So 1? Is that 1?
What kind of damage?
It's
Fire.
Explode.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Exploding
No, wait,
damage.
it's a frag.
It's a frag.
It's a
That's
frag grenade.
piercing.
That's physical
Oh,
damage,
so
right?
yeah, so none of that.
I'm a
doesn't-
fucking idiot. Okay.
Stock clatters off of it.
All I saw was explode. I saw
Yeah.
explode and assumed.
Well, it exploded. Metal at it. All right, Rainy, you're
I'm
up.
doing some stuff else, damn it.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
Oh, you're doing more.
Oh.
My bad.
I'm going to move 5-foot
Mm-hmm.
step, and as I do so, she calls her spear to her hand. Now
Yeah.
it's done. Now it's
Okay.
done.
Oh, all right.
Awesome.
Useless.
Rainy, you're up.
As this thing turns on the 2 casters who are supposed to be pot-shotting this thing from 1,000 miles away, now the battlefield is very different. And Ricky looks at Irani, and Irani looks at Ricky, and she says, "Don't you fucking do it." And he goes, "Rah!" and jumps and tries to hug this thing's face so it can't see. I don't know. Tell me what to roll. I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Wait, so what are you trying to do? You're trying
So
to just attack it?
Kill it?
he's just gonna jump off of where he is and glide down and try to land on the thing. If I
Uh-huh.
can't do that and try to affect it in the same turn because he's a buddy or whatever, a
Well, so
familiar.
you don't. Tell me, doesn't she use like give up her standard action to give?
She gives up her move to a like how I understood it is he can either move or attack on his turn. He can't do both. So I'm
Right, but you could give up your movement to allow him to do both.
okay. Well, I don't intend to move
Is that
because
right?
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if it works the same way as mechanic drone, you know.
So here's the deal. On each round, you control your creature companion after you act, and only if you didn't grant your creature companion any actions, it can take 1 move action. If a creature companion is able to take other actions, such as those you grant it using the creature companion adept and related feats, well, you don't. Do you have that feat?
No.
Okay.
Only in my heart, Adam.
Well, but it said unless you grant it a movement, right? Or grant it like it said grant it something at the beginning of that.
Says it
grant
can
it
take
an
1
action.
move action.
Okay.
If the creature companion is able to take other actions, such as those you could grant it using the creature companion adept and related feats. But if you don't have that feat, you can't grant.
Oh, okay. So that feat would allow you to sacrifice a movement.
Yeah.
Hold on,
to
hold
But
on.
that's
give it
okay.
an
I
extra
think
turn.
the way that we understood it when we revised what we thought could happen with the companion was he can either move or attack. He can't do both. So all I'm asking is for him to be able to jump onto this thing's back.
Yeah, and it
and
can be set up to do
hopefully-
an attack.
Yeah,
next time.
hopefully fudge with it the next time around if he's clinging to its back.
Okay.
He wants to get into them wires and just start pulling shit.
Okay.
I mean, that works.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So do I need to roll like an acrobatics check for
Yes,
him?
you do.
Or?
You do need to roll an acrobatics.
Okay.
Please.
Cool. Oh my god. I clicked away. Why did I do that? All right.
'Cause you know you're gonna do
Acrobatics.
it. You got
He's
this.
so good at it.
Yeah.
How could this go wrong? Did it? He rolled a 21.
21.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that will do it.
All right. So from behind the barricade, this balding flesh monkey leaps into the air and glides down onto this thing's neck and just gets ready to start digging through wires like he's looking for an extension cord he lost in a recent move. But that's very specific.
I love Riki is now an old Brooklynite man.
Listen,
Like,
we don't know what he sounds like. He could be anyone.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? Meanwhile, what I would like to do for me is to cast an acid ray at him, or an energy ray that will be specifically an acid ray. Okay. So,
Clueless said, a balding flesh monkey is such an apt description of me.
Oh, Jesus.
all right. Sorry, I, for whatever reason, roll 20 is freezing up here. All right, here we go.
Scared of his power.
It's scared of my potential power. It must be. Okay, energy ray. Yeah! Okay. Cool. That was a 20. Oh, a first attack is an 18 to hit.
This is from Rainy, right?
Yes, from Irene.
And you're casting Energy Ray.
I'm casting energy ray acid.
Acid. And you said first attack, what does it do? Multiples?
No, it just listed it as, it says first attack.
Okay.
I'm just reading.
Okay, so yes, an 18 does hit. However, this does allow for spell penetration, so it's immune to it. Right.
No.
Oh, but didn't it say if it was acid damage?
Let me see here.
Yeah, wasn't that one of the exceptions?
Said
It's-
if you, yeah, but like
It still has.
you'd have to do a spell that does acid damage that doesn't have spell resistance.
Or use like a weapon that has.
I misunderstood that. That's on me. That's on me.
Would you like to do something else? with
I
your-
mean, I
with
could
your
just
turn?
fabricate scrap with my, just inside its parts, just creating more parts to try to continue to confuse it.
That might buff it. Oh, that gives it the confusion. Yeah.
Yeah, if
Maintaining
it's something that
confusion would
targets
be
a
a big
bulk
deal.
of scrap, is that a thing? Is that a useless thing to do, or should I just shoot it with my gun? Because I will.
Well, like I would wait to further confuse it until these rounds of
Okay,
confusion are done.
cool.
Right?
So I'll shoot it with my gun. I think we've all heard enough.
Look, that's one of the tenets of Starfinder. Is like that's always a backline option. Like if
Where-
nothing else, you can shoot it with your
Attacks.
gun.
Can
Okay.
always go pew pew.
Full attack? No. Or I can't do a full attack of shooting, can I?
yeah, you absolutely
can?
can.
You can. They're
Okay.
both at a -4.
Why not? Guys, thank you for your patience. It's great. We're all figuring things out. Cool. So the first attack is a 15 to hit.
Oh, wait. No.
Nope, that's not gonna hit.
No. The second attack, if this hits, let me know. It's a 0.
There's
So-
a good
Zero.
chance. There's a good chance.
It's rare you get the old dirty 0.
Yeah,
right?
it's really. I
30.
think this is really a time to just celebrate. So I just want to explain that in her mind, what is happening here is you just see a bunch of anime like thought bubbles, like I could do this, I could do that, and meanwhile she's just shooting her gun off
Just
into
in
the air, and that's her entire turn. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, wait. Just, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Uh-oh. Is this an opportunity attack thing? Is that what's happening?
No, I
No.
think he's checking against some spell specificity.
Rude.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
think
say
I
that.
know.
I think we're good. I was
Okay.
energy ray does say one creature or object, but not construct.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it
doesn't
didn't specify
Sure.
that.
bolt.
There are spells specific to like this AP or whatever this is called module that are for constructs specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That bug's
It's
gonna
all
get
good.
you.
Yeah.
Listen, it's fine. I'm
All right,
just
you try
excited
it.
to see what everybody else does with their.
I would suggest
Well, what
maybe
is that?
not full attacking going forward.
Yeah,
so you
listen,
can
I'm,
guarantee a hit.
Fair enough.
I love that for me for the future.
Yep, that's my future advice for you.
Got it.
I like
Alright.
that look on me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that look on me.
Oh,
Oh man.
God.
Skip, can you save us all?
Probably
Mistakes
not.
were made.
Probably not.
Well,
Probably
shit.
not.
Do not get your hopes up. Because like I have to shoot too, right? Like that's all I can do.
So he's
because
just, like,
none of my
on him.
offensive magics work. I'm saving my remaining 2 spell slots to heal somebody.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I'm not gonna use them for anything except that. So I'm gonna shoot my gun
You are
and probably move.
okay.
You know?
Okay.
Probably not a bad idea. Wait, it might be.
Not if I 5-foot step out and shoot my gun.
Clever.
Right?
Clever
Then
frog.
I'm not. Am I?
Problem
then
is,
I'm
is
not-
you can't get out of its reach with a
That
5-foot
is
step.
accurate.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have a +4 to attacks of opportunity against me, so
Why? Because you got mobility.
you goddamn right.
That's what's up. That's huge. All right.
Yeah,
That
so
is
I'm
a
just
good
gonna
cover.
run away and shoot my gun.
That's
Alright,
a good
so do
question,
that.
Emily.
They're behind the
Well-
barricade. Don't they have cover?
Well, I'm not right here.
No, because he's to the side of it. Because
Yeah.
Adam, like an asshole, and also in
Wow.
complete defiance of what the map says, did not make the barricade curve around to the south. You know,
Like
it's just reality that there is more barricade than he
Alright,
gave us
You're
lines.
gonna do
for.
what you're gonna do, or what?
Yeah, I'm going to run away.
All right, I'm gonna take that opportunity attack on you. As you
Yeah,
run
but I
away.
get a +4 to my AC.
All right, here we go.
He bravely
Okay, that's a
ran
26
away.
to hit you.
You know what? No, the +4, 26.
somehow.
It's not gonna do it.
Hold on,
you
let me
know?
check the math.
Why
that
aren't you
checks out.
tanking?
That works. That works.
That's gonna hit you for 11 points of bludgeoning damage on your
That's
way out.
look. That's fine, Adam. That's fine. I still have stamina left. How about that?
Nice.
We're in real trouble.
Yeah,
It's
this
one.
is
It's one stamina, but I have it left. Yeah, but I get away, right?
Yes.
yeah,
Technically.
and you get a shot.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm going like over here, I guess, like
Mhm.
getting just away as I can away.
As away as I can.
Yeah.
Also, remember, we
No.
can do like tumble throughs. That's a thing we can
Yeah,
attempt.
Sure.
don't forget about that.
Sure, you can fuck with that.
I mean, that's a way to get out of potential.
All right.
All right, let's get your
11
shot.
on the shot. So
That's a
no,
miss. Yeah.
But he's not in my face. I'm gonna
Okay.
go hide in the corner until I need to run up and heal one of you. Is what's gonna
Fine.
happen.
Well,
It's
just
fine.
hold on.
Coming up.
Okay,
Right.
let's see. Let's
Round
see if
3.
this sassy baby is confused in a fun new way.
Please.
Nope.
Oh, come
Adam!
on.
Adam.
Come on,
hey,
man.
Hey, Adam. Merry Christmas.
That's sub
I get
20
it.
on
I don't
every
know.
one of those.
It's the dice. Okay.
Man,
Your dice
Uh,
can suck my.
your D100 sucks.
Yeah. I'll start rolling real dice. We'll see how that goes. All right. So I
Straw.
believe it was Val was the last one to get a piece of damage off, and so he's going to step forward and attack
Yep.
Val.
Bring it, Bubby.
I am dice distraught. I just came up with that. There we go.
That's good. That's a
Dice
21 to hit
strot.
you
That'll hit.
for 15 bludgeoning damage.
That'll hurt. Yeah, that hurts.
What you
This is
looking like?
bad, y'all.
Are you?
I just want to be very clear that Adam told us that if we completed this arc, we would level, and now he's trying to kill
Nope.
us.
Yes.
And
We're going to die.
He was like, ha ha ha, but the joke is, you'll never win.
You're not going to complete this arc.
you'll never see the dawn of level 3.
I am down to 5 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
Yup.
All right, well, it's
Okay.
your turn.
Do you have...
Always happening. Oh God, it is.
do you
Yeah.
have
It's
health
so unfortunate.
serums?
Dude. Adam's gonna TPK us. Like
It might happen.
On
He's
stream.
about to
Might
do it.
happen.
Fuck you
That's
guys,
legit.
I can fly.
That's legit.
That changes the schedule so much. Like
Yeah, okay. Potentially, right? Okay, so Val is going to tumble through with his move action.
Mhm, mhm.
Getting a 16.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So hit me.
Bodyguard.
Ooh.
Do you have mobility?
No.
Okay, well, bodyguard. Let's see if this does it. Okay, that is 18
18. What's bodyguard give?
Plus
plus 2.
Oh, meets beats.
Dude.
in harm's way.
All right, Cobb, you're going to take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Should have 5-foot stepped? I should have 5-foot stepped.
You should have 5-foot stepped, yeah.
Would you still be in range though?
Nope.
I mean, it'd be a 5-foot, and then I'd sacrifice my standard to move again to get away.
Well,
But
you
instead-
got away. Cobb took the hit for you, and you get a
Riki
shot.
is gonna have to win this fight.
So here's the deal. Hey guys, you ready for the deal?
Well, no, Val still gets a shot, right?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, I'm stepping away to shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go. You're good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right. This is as far as I can move with the movement I have. And oh, baby, come on. Okay. An 18 on the die, plus so 22 KAC.
Are you doing a trick attack?
I can't do that and tumble through, can I?
Oh, correct. You're right.
Tumble
I don't think I
true.
can tumble
Tumble
through as a part of a trick attack.
However, that hits nonetheless.
Oh, thank
It
God.
does hit.
Yeah.
It does hit. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I needed to roll a 6 on a die to do any damage, so 6.
Okay.
And that's it,
And what? Okay. Yeah. Dude.
which translates to A damage.
Do A damage.
Yep.
I don't know what's gonna happen here, guys. You're gonna have to
I'm
figure
scared.
something.
It's going
out.
poorly, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to refresh myself here. Does Skip have what's it called? When somebody dies and you make them just not die?
Stabilize.
Stabilize.
Stabilize. Okay, yeah. All right, just want to make sure.
I do.
Just setting the scene here.
I have stabilize and I have mystic cure, which is a touch. The problem is I'm not gonna be close enough to get
Well,
to who needs to be touched.
It's all
Yeah.
right. Cobb's gonna turn the
Guys.
tables right
I'm
here.
about
Let's go, Emily.
to
Yeah,
turn.
Guys,
Bob?
it's about to happen.
Run the time.
It's about to happen.
I'm about to do all kinds of shit here. So
Mm-hmm.
what we're about to do is swift action. We're gonna go into frenzied fighting.
Okay.
So real quick, let me find out how long that's gonna be for.
Rest of your life.
That's gonna be
Probably.
for 5 rounds.
Oh,
yeah, that's
I
about
make
right.
It. So that's gonna be +2 to damage, +2 to will saves, but -1 to my AC. Let's see
Awesome.
if we can hit. I'm just not looking at the dice. I'm using my my spear here.
Your twiddly fingers. Your bubbins.
19 on the die.
There you go.
Ooh.
Good, good,
That's
good.
a plus
good.
6, so 25.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Now, does that have reach?
I threw it.
Oh, you threw it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's very short range, so I have to be pretty close.
Mhm.
Wait, the spear doesn't have reach?
No.
Okay.
It's not like it's not a pike. It's just a spear.
Oh, got it.
It was 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Plus your.
Well,
plus your.
plus 2, so
Oh, good.
8 piercing damage.
Did you take 2 off of that damage you took from the Defrix hide?
I didn't. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
2.
it's always 2 less.
I'm appreciative of it. And did you
Okay.
take the 2? Did you damage
I
yourself?
have DR. I have DR. Because
I
the
forgot.
Defrix is not adamantine, right?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Shifty eyes.
It's certainly not.
And for shits and giggles, as
Mhm.
my move action, I'm gonna try and tumble away. Tumble
Or you
through.
could just guarded step.
Yeah,
you trying to
just
get
take
further
a 5-foot
away?
step back.
Oh, I'll do that because
Yeah.
I'm far enough away from him.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, 5-foot step back,
Right, he'll have to move to get in range to hit you. you know?
and hopefully he I don't know who's to say.
We'll
Hopefully.
see. All right, Arena, you're up.
Okay, so first, Riki is just gonna reach into this guy's neck and just go extension cords with an attack in his mind. That's what he's
Right,
doing. I'm just
okay.
trying to lighten the mood. Okay, and he will not take a full attack of actions because I'm not
Okay.
crazy anymore.
Yeah, you can't do that.
All right, a 6. Oh no, that was your acrobatics. A 4 to hit. That's
Nope,
fun.
not gonna get it.
Okay, cool. So for my next shitty trip that I have that I can do as my cool magical bug is I run away. No, I'm gonna run over here and flutter by and shoot my gun. So good. I'm just gonna shoot
Probably
it.
gonna want to move right here so you can actually shoot it, for what it's worth. So you can
Okay,
shoot it right
fine.
in that barrier.
The
Sounds
barrier.
good. Sounds good to
All right,
me.
come on, let's get a hit here, and let's go.
Just a 20 hit.
A 20 hits.
Okay, cool. I do 1 damage.
1 fire damage.
Yeah.
1
Okay.
fire
Hey, that's a-
damage, baby.
That's like how much Cobb and I are doing,
Right.
right? Legit.
Yeah.
Deeps is deeps.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Gotta put it down.
Skip, you're up.
Yeah, Skip needs to move a lot to get around to Val and Cobb.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna use my whole turn to move 60 feet. So
Okay.
let me measure that. Can't. Where's the damn measure tool? Oh, I already have it. So I have a climb speed, by the way.
Mhm.
So like, if I need to climb up on top of this shit, I can.
Well, that thing in the middle is fine. It's just a flat piece of metal. So there's no, yeah, you don't have to worry about climbing on top of it.
Okay, so yeah, I can get to the square directly between Val and Cobb.
Okay?
And that's where I'm gonna
That'll be
spend
your
my
turn.
whole turn running, but he gets within hand's reach of on one
Yeah.
side Cobb and one side Val.
Cool.
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the last round of confusion, Ed, just so you
Okay.
know.
Get by your mic, you unprofessional.
I was looking for the dice.
What are you doing?
I get it if you neg him right
Daddy.
before he makes the roll.
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
Right. I know
Well,
how this man ticks.
That shirt
38.
looks gross on you.
do nothing but babble
I'm wearing his
incoherently.
shirt.
Oh, yes,
So,
thank
so
goodness.
for this round, the junk golem does nothing and just sits there and goes.
Oh, thank
Let's
goodness.
go.
Okay, but that is the end of the confusion for the junk golem. Val, you're up.
Okay. Lots going on here. I'm sure
Mhm.
Skip would like to
I'd
heal
like for you
somebody.
to stay within 5-foot range
That's-
of me.
yeah,
Wherever
I'm-
you
I'm-
end up, just be there.
I'm getting that. Now my rifle is just south of Cobb. So it doesn't seem as though I'm going to be able to get to that spot
Mm-hmm.
from and also be within 5 feet of Skip.
That's correct.
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here because there's a lot going on and I'm not entirely
But I
certain.
don't know if that's really necessary because Skip can move and still do the standard action. It's not a full action to do the burst
Right.
heal.
Yeah, exactly. I can
Oh, okay,
move to
okay.
you. Right.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So then if I am moving and end up in the square just to the south of Cobb, I'm likely not going to be able to pick up my rifle and shoot it in the same round, correct?
Yeah, I think you can because
You think so?
Yeah,
Like
I
roll
think
up
so.
on it, grab it,
Yeah.
and shoot it?
Yep.
Okay, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
5, 10, 20, pick up the rifle, and
This is a sniper rifle, right?
it is.
So
That's a good
there's
point. I don't know how exactly
So-
that works.
so since you're not using a move action to stabilize it.
I'm just shooting from the hip, right? That makes sense.
Oh, well, all that does is if you wanted to fire it a long distance. So yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. So I'm good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
13 to hit EAC.
Nope.
No, it wasn't great.
Look,
but I have the
thing-
rifle now.
The thing about sniper weapons in Starfinder is that, like, the range that you want to be at to use a sniper weapon is never feasible.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
maps just aren't big enough.
It's
You know?
Right.
it's kind of like combat maneuvers.
And it requires you to be away from the party and any kind of aid. You know,
Right.
That makes sense.
adventures
Uh,
don't plan for that, so they don't present you individual
Yeah.
struggles while you're out in the field. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, for
Anyways,
me,
I'm
it's
sorry.
the
I'll go
1d8.
myself.
It's the 1d8 fire damage for me right
Oh,
now.
that's what you're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
All right, Cobb, you're
Right.
up.
Cobb, swift action, calls her spear back to her hand, and she's gonna try and do it again, man. Here we go. Come on, purple die. Sorry. That was aggressive. It's a 15.
What?
That's a 15.
No, that's not gonna get it. All right, Irani, you're up.
Okay. Number 1, if I cast junk armor on somebody else, it does target one bulk of scrap metal. So could I use that and have it confuse this gentleman, this lovely boy, but then shoot a bunch of scrap armor onto somebody who can use it?
Ooh.
No, because
No.
you're not targeting it. So
Okay.
it says if it's targeted by a spell with the target entry of at least one bulk.
Okay,
because
so yeah, that's the key here. Or this is the confusion I have, I guess, because I don't know that I have another like fabricate scrap won't do it because it has to be inert, and it's not inert, right? So I can't
No.
just cast fabricate scrap inside of this thing. That won't do it.
I mean, I think I think it actually will. The whole point is that you're targeting it. It was something that would normally target junk. So, like, what's the target entry in the spell that you're talking about?
So here's fabricate scrap. I just threw it in the chat. It says
It doesn't have a target.
Yeah, it doesn't have a target. That's why I'm saying it wouldn't work. So
Mhm.
the only other options I have would be to try and see everything else I have. The only thing I had that targeted it was junk restraints, and that's been used. Junk barricade, I can't just be like, drop a junk barricade on him.
No, junk barricade target is at least one bulk of inert electronic equipment, which is
Okay.
what we're looking for.
so
We're looking for
I
anything that targets junk.
So
Mhm.
technically, I could use that spell gem and drop a barricade right in front of Val and Cobb.
Mm.
Right?
So you can't make the effect of the spell work against this thing because magic
okay,
doesn't
we just
work
have to use
against
it to try and so it's just a confusion battery.
Bingo.
Well,
Okay.
so it
Exactly.
doesn't have. So junk barricade does not have spell resistance, so it can work. But the thing is basically what you're doing is sacrificing. I think in this
The
instance,
effect.
the effect because you
Yeah.
are targeting it rather than creating a barricade, right? Because
Yeah.
like you otherwise you just create a barricade on
I'm
its
just-
face. You
I'm
know
just
what I mean?
giving it indigestion, and that's
Right.
fine.
You're gonna make a
Um,
barricade out of its small intestines.
Yeah.
Then block it up.
Ew.
That's what I'm gonna do it because I think that's all I can do.
That's the spell
That's
gem, right?
huge.
Yeah,
though.
because I
That's
can't do it by powering it with armor, the junk armor in any way.
I
Or
mean,
can I do it?
you could, but you would be giving it
Plus,
the armor
yeah.
bonuses. You know what I mean?
Okay, well I don't want that. So
Right.
junk barricade it is. Yeah. Okay, so she reaches forward with the other gem clasped in one of her forehands and just squeezes it until it starts to crack and attempts to enforce her will on the innards of this scrap demon.
So roll a d4. Let's see how long it's confused.
Okay. Two.
All right, 2 rounds.
It's not
That's
not
better than
awful.
one.
It's just average. Okay, and then
than
Ricky is gonna dig through them extension cords. All right.
Good.
I clicked. Did it do anything? It did not. I click again. Hello?
Hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna roll with my actual die over here. All right.
Hello.
Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit, yes.
Yay.
Okay. Cool. 6 damn.
Hey, there you
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
That's
So
a point of
Ricky
damage.
is just like trying to reach in and he sees just like a glowing coil inside, grabs it and just yanks it backwards, trying to pull it out of this thing's head with his tiny little hands.
Okay. And there you go. There you go. Skip, you're up.
Yeah, Skip is gonna move south 1 square, and heal Val with a Mystic Cure, which will be
Okay.
a 1d8 plus 4 is my Wisdom modifier.
I'm down 11.
All right, 12 is the max I can do. I rolled a 2, so it's 6 total.
6. Hey man, I'll take literally
Take what you
anything.
can get. Now, Skip, you have a what type of weapon?
I have a azimuth laser pistol.
That's one of the few things that can do damage on this thing. So
I know, but I had to heal.
Right, but like
But
you
maybe
yeah.
give it to somebody else.
Oh yeah, I mean, if somebody else wants to use it, I can drop it or whatever.
Maybe the operative?
That's why I picked up my sniper rifle.
No, he's maybe you is what
Me?
I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Or
mean,
not.
what's your plus with the strength?
Well, with strength,
2?
I have a +6 to my
She's not
strength
gonna
based.
She's not gonna get strength.
No,
to,
it's dex based for the
for the pistol.
pistol.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about you without the pistol.
it's a +6. If I were to use the pistol, I'd only get a +2.
So I mean, if you're doing strength damage to it, you're gonna guaranteed do damage. But then you got to go toe to toe with this thing.
Well,
No,
I mean,
what we're saying is that the pistol bypasses the DR because it's fire damage as opposed to kinetic damage.
And I guess
So,
what I'm
when
what
when
I'm
she's
saying
attacking
is
with her
it's a
strength
D-
is all kinetic.
right. It's a D4 though. So you have a
Right.
D4 damage of fire that guaranteed will go through 1 to 4 damage,
versus
or
my D6 +4.
which is
Right.
at least you have to roll a 2 to overcome damage reduction.
Yeah,
on
that makes sense. All right, cool.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's not forget about our healing serums and our advantages. And I'm just here not to mother anybody, but
every
just
little
every
bit.
little thing.
Everything. I mean, you're gonna have to pull out all the stops. It's round 5.
Yeah.
Let's roll that confusion.
Please.
Also,
you-
while
please.
he's doing that, I've never wanted to earn a win in a tabletop so
More.
much.
Oh my god.
Like, I want to earn this win. Like, let's do this,
There's
Yeah.
guys.
so much shit
By the
against
numbers.
us.
Even if we have to one damage this thing down at a
Yeah.
time, let's kill this.
Assuming we can live
Hey,
that long.
hey, no, I have a question though. How much more would you need to get to max, Val? I'm sorry.
For me, it's 4 more until I'm at max. No, sorry, 5 more until I'm at max.
As part of Mystic Cure, if I don't heal you all the way up with it, I can give you my HP. I'm gonna give you my HP to heal you up all the way. That's fine.
That's a sacrifice, buddy.
Right, here.
am not gonna stay in range and take hits.
Yeah, so here's the bad news. I rolled an 81 on the confusion, which means attack nearest creature, which means Ricky is about to get full attack.
Bruh.
Oh no.
No offense, Ricky, but thank God. I thought it was me.
It's okay. He has 20 hit points. I don't know. Maybe it's okay.
All right, well,
Your girl's got 10.
first attack is a 12 against its
Okay.
KAC.
Okay. His KAC, KAC is a 12. No, it's 15. It's a 15. Sorry, I'm scared.
Okay, well, the second one is a 19
Okay, yeah, that hits.
for max damage, 17 bludgeoning damage.
What?
To Ricky.
Wow.
Oh,
Man, that thing hits like a truck.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's getting cold, Mr. Stark.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Val, you're up.
Hey, Ricky, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Ricky.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Oh,
So I'm torn right now,
in half.
tactically.
Damn near.
Yeah, damn near that. Yeah,
no,
but
you're at
I'm
max HP now. You're not 20.
I am. So I'm torn tactically on, do I try to like fire twice and hope that I get both off, but not move, or get 30 feet away from this asshole and then make a shot? And I'm torn.
Keep in mind that trick attack damage does not apply on sniper rifles.
At all. No.
No.
I'm just going to be doing the 1d8 fire.
But you can
if I
still do a
hit.
trick attack
Because-
and get it flat-footed. You know,
because
it
there's
just
a
does-
spec
can.
of operative that is
Mhm.
specifically for getting that bonus to sniper rifle.
Right.
Okay. So without all of that, it getting flat-footed is a huge deal.
But
So-
it would just be flat-footed to your attack, but still,
That's
you know,
fine. I don't
yeah.
care. Totally fine. So then I will do the trick attack with the rifle. And
And
I'm
you
gonna
can move as part of that, so
Yep. I'm going to move my 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
uh-huh.
And make the check.
Nope.
13 on stealth won't do it.
Mm-mm.
And then I'll just make my attack. No,
Nope.
that's the wrong die.
Come on, dude. Come on. We need a big hit here.
I know. That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
A net
That's a nat 20.
Oh my god, huge. All right. All right. All right, so 10 points of damage there with your, and that all goes through. Huge,
Wow.
huge hit there.
Wow.
Thing
Yeah.
starts to look like it's coming apart a little bit.
A little
Oh
bit.
man.
Big hit.
Yes.
Holy crap. That felt real good.
Okay,
Real
awesome,
good.
awesome. Cobb, you're up.
Okay. Oh my jeez.
Wait, does that not get double damage for being
It
a
was.
crit, or that is
it was.
the double damage?
That was 4
Yeah.
plus
That is
6.
the double.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, 10 damage.
Yeah. Low.
But that all went through. Like every bit of that went
That's
through.
the
So-
important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Cobb.
Cobb calls the spear back. It's all she's got. It's the best. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, Grumpledump pointing out critical burn damage.
Does the rifle
But-
have that?
I don't know if it does.
The rifle probably doesn't.
Yeah, that's a
this-
good point.
The
Move
azimuth
on.
laser pistols do.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I find it, but I'll look it up.
18 on the die.
Yep, that'll hit.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then so I can. Ooh. I can do math. Hold on. 11, because I've got my +2 for my frenzied fighting. 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And
pretty
I'm
good.
trying to think, is there
Pretty
anything
good.
else I can do? Can I pull out a healing thing as a move action?
Yes, you can.
I do that. That's my turn. Pull out a syringe.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Irene, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll for this very injured Riki attack. So his the flesh that kind of creates his glider wings is just like severed and charred by this thing ripping into it. But nevertheless, he persists. Yeah. Oh, it's a natural 20! Oh my god!
shit.
Yeah!
We're tied.
Now we're
We're
gelling.
Okay.
Now we're going.
Okay.
Now we're going.
Okay. So that's 2d4 plus 2. It's gonna be okay. Wait. Okay. In Starfinder, you don't double the modifier,
You
right?
roll twice. Yes, you do.
You double the modifier and you roll twice as many dice.
Right. You basically
Okay,
roll your
great.
attack twice.
Okay. So let's see. So the first one is 3 plus 2 is 5. And then again, and 6. Okay, so that's 11 damn on the bite.
Wow.
So he just sticks his just horrifyingly hurt head into this thing and starts ripping out pieces of scrap from the inside.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
And Irene is gonna shoot her dumb gun. Okay.
Dumb gun.
Okay.
I feel you on that so hard.
Yeah. Okay, so that's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that is a 3 damage.
And what kind of damage?
Type fire, because it's an
Okay.
azimuth laser pistol.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
That gets through.
Yes.
Oh, y'all just put the hurt on this thing. Huge. All right, Skip, you're up.
So, Cobb pulled out a healing item,
Yes.
so I would have seen that. So, like, I don't need to heal you. You're gonna heal yourself.
I got to.
Well,
It's either that or die.
what I'm saying is you didn't have to, because I was gonna heal you.
I'd rather you
But-
save your heals for when I go unconscious.
Okay, cool. As long, oh my goodness, just heal yourself and run away. I'm gonna run away and get up here by Val and take a shot with my azimuth laser pistol as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 22 to hit.
That
Dang.
will hit. Look
That's
at this
two-
round,
two-
y'all.
2 fire damage.
Round 4 was a big one.
Dude, this was a
for
big
needed
round.
it.
This was a
Posse.
huge
Yeah,
round.
that was a big round. Big
Did
round.
not care for getting killed.
All right.
Yeah,
This
and
is
rally the merry
Skip
posse.
runs back and takes a shot. As he's running, he's like, "We can do this, gang! Come, get out there!"
This is the last confusion that you're going to get because I don't think you have any other way to put confusion on here.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, rolled a 98. Attack nearest creature.
I thought that was
Ricky?
attack self.
No, that's
Ricky,
50
it
for
was
75.
good knowing you. I'm full attacking.
Ricky did 11 damage last turn, dude.
Oh my
6,
god.
but still.
No.
Did he
What'd you
crit
do?
Ricky? He crit Ricky.
It doesn't matter. Greeky's got like what, 3 hit points right now?
Ricky is dead. I rolled a natural 20 on both of those.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. For a total for a total of
Oh man.
54 points of damage on
Oh my god. Oh, there's no
Ricky-
coming back from that.
Ricky is a
Ricky,
splat.
Ricky explodes. Like,
Jesus, that's so hard. You couldn't just throw his limp, lifeless body to the ground.
Nope.
Like and
explodes.
like
No.
in the arms of
So,
the
like-
angels.
so
No,
like
just-
Ricky is like chewing on
Yeah.
on the neck of this golem, like pulling
And
out
did
its wires
good
and stuff, and,
damage.
and
Yeah.
the golem just reaches over, or like turns its head and just clamps its metal jaws right on Ricky's head and bites it off, and Ricky's headless body falls to the
Oh.
ground.
You
And you hear-
didn't do that to her.
Adam,
Val, you're up.
fine.
Adam, it's
I'm
the
fine.
holiday season. What's wrong with
Ricky.
you?
Ricky.
It's Christmas, Adam.
You said you
Darn
didn't.
it.
You said you didn't have any COVID symptoms.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
Taisha Ricky.
Tasha, Ricky.
Taisha Ricky.
Oh, brother. I'm sorry,
Oh
man.
man.
It's
I am
okay.
sorry. I am
It's
sorry.
okay. It's good for the story.
Well,
I mean,
it's not one of y'all.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think we're getting these companion roles right anyway, so now we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's
well,
fine.
that's one way, I guess. Jesus.
I
Yeah.
think we
Oh.
are getting them right, because, like,
It's
have
okay.
A companion,
Let's
you
move
get- it
forward.
gets movement.
And it's like, I don't want to dwell on this.
And
Can we
like,
not,
don't
though?
dwell.
All right, Val, you're
Move
up.
on.
Hey, rest
Hold
in
on.
peace, Ricky.
I'm gonna give. I need a moment.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
F's,
give you one.
F's
You have
in
a
the
moment.
chat.
We need to take a drink for Ricky, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cheers-
like,
cheers for
to like pour one out for Riki.
For our dead homies.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
'Cause
I
Ricky
just
is
wanted
dead.
a cool little flesh monkey.
Wow.
It
You
was
have
Yeah.
a
a
cute,
little-
Yeah.
it was a cute little joke.
F in
No.
chat for Riki.
Humor is apparently not allowed on Southern Tomfoolery.
Nope.
You've crossed the line.
How dare you bring
I think-
hilarity?
I don't remember. There was what was the thing they keep saying? It's the Premier Grimdark.
Grimdark.
Yeah.
Premier Grimdark. Starfinder podcast.
Jesus.
I'm sorry that we brought you into this horrible circle. This train wreck.
Wow.
Oh.
Finder of Passage Star says, okay, Adam, now you have to kill Irani so Anne won't be sad about Ricky. No.
Whoops, sorry.
Is Adam okay? I know it's fine. I'm not actually mad at him. Is
No,
everyone okay?
I think he has to go.
Yeah.
You
It
know.
was just
Okay.
had a little quick bio there, maybe.
Yeah. Bio break.
Had to
Yeah.
go cry.
Did you have to go cry in a fucking corner?
Yep.
In the closet? What have you made me do? Just like holding his dice?
NSFW, we hardly knew you.
Please, please.
Oh my god.
I'm
It
flabbergasted.
is what it is. We still have a fight
Yeah.
to do here. It's not over. Val, you're
Yeah.
up.
No, it ain't over. That's for sure. Val is going to trick attack the junk golem once more,
Okay.
and hope I can roll better on my stealth check. No, I can't. 14.
Nope.
In my move, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I will
Okay.
then make an attack with my sniper rifle.
So I love that we're like going around this thing. Like it's
Nope.
flat, right?
Yeah, I got to round out my nat 20 with a nat 1.
Oh, dude,
So-
if you'd hit, you have to have max damage on that.
I know.
too.
I
I'm
almost
just pointing
hit roll
that out
20 for
because
doing
it's a
that.
natural one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because we're not
Oh,
doing
man.
cards. So,
Oh, we're
rough.
not? Well, that's
No.
good.
Yeah, God,
For
you're
everybody at the table except for Adam.
up.
I would like to stab myself with the syringe. Let me
Oh,
finish
okay.
that statement.
Okay.
A serum of healing, as it were. This is a Mark 1, I believe. Yeah, so not super, but not terrible. It's a D8.
Mhm.
Yeah, a 5. Okie dokie.
Okay.
That's cute. I do that, and then I will take. Let me see. I'm out of range for this thing. I'm gonna summon my weapon back as a swift action, and then I'm gonna yeet right on over here. I'm just gonna move about 20 feet away. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's my
Okay.
turn.
All right. Rainy, you're up.
No, she's done.
She quit. She quit.
She said,
She
"I'm
quit.
over."
Fine.
You killed
I'm sorry.
Ricky.
I
I'm
didn't
Right.
realize. I'm sorry. I was trying to think about how to kill Adam in real life. No, I love it.
How to
I
get
should-
away with a murder.
No, I was
Googling.
I was literally trying to think if I could do anything more interesting than shooting my gun, but it doesn't look that way. So, how is a 17 to hit?
Against
Yes.
EAC?
Yep.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Okay. All right. That is 3 fire damage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she just like has been hiding behind the barricade, and she pops up with the pistol and shoots it. But it's as if like she shoots it and then sees Ricky, and just like rage wells up, and you see a flash of like technomantic energy just flash across her wings.
Okay.
Love it.
Skip, you're up.
What's your HP, Cobb?
Currently,
Yeah. How you
it's
looking?
a 15 out of 20.
15 out of 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hale and hearty, you know? It's just...
We know what the top end of this thing's damage is, and that's under that. Not to be super meta about it.
I mean, I can. Well, I have.
Super meta.
I mean, that is incredibly meta.
Right, it really is.
I have one more heal. I just feel like that's not, like, you know, it's not a lot of healing. But I can get you up. I can get you all the way up, almost definitely.
I'd say I'm of a mind to say hold on to it, but that's just me.
Man, even if it's 1 point of fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's your other option. Well,
you
your other
shooting
option
it,
is me full attacking, hoping to hit on both and do a minimum of 2 fire damage.
I'd just as soon you just take the single shot and hold on
step
to them
away
spell
even.
slots. Yeah.
Yeah, even step
Please
away.
Keep the healer safe.
Like,
Yeah.
the best thing that we can do tactically right now is make it so that he can't down more than one of us
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
any
Right.
given single shot.
Because I'll
Right?
tell you,
If he,
if shit starts to get, I got one more round of frenzied fighting.
Mhm.
So if shit gets cray, I'm
Yeah.
gonna gore. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
to pull his attention.
Okay.
So I'll
So
need that
here, I'm-
heal.
At your earliest
Later.
convenience.
Hold on to that. Shoot him, Lisbeth.
Yeah, so I'm going to move in a way that puts me equidistant from both of you so that if I need to spend a movement and run in and heal you next time, I can. But, you know, also puts me further away from the monster than I am current. So, like, right here. I move northeast a bit.
Okay.
And take shot with the old azimuth laser pistol.
Skip says.
And that's a
"Sweet."
natural 1.
Well,
It's a natural 1
We're
for
not
5
used-
total.
we're not using cards, so you know, plus side.
Yep.
Round 7, the junk golem's turn. No longer
7?
confused. Yeah, no longer confused. Spits out the skull of Ricky
That's no.
and moves
Ooh.
moves
Aggressive.
towards Irani, because Irani is the last one that has done damage on this thing and is going to attack Irani. I'm sorry, Anne. I really
true?
do like you.
Is
I
that
want
true?
you
It's
to know
okay.
that.
I'm not mad at you. This is
that
just
true?
what's happening.
It is, because Irani was before Skip, and Skip missed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
Damn.
28. It's going to hit you.
Yeah, that seems seems
For-
fair.
16 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we're into hit
no.
points.
Okay,
All
but
right.
you're not down.
No, I am
Okay,
at,
good.
can't
let's
imagine.
see, so that's 12 stamina gone. And, sorry, it was how many total? 16? So then, I'm at 9 HP
Okay.
Dang.
of 13.
Dang.
All right.
Between 9 and 13, there's not much difference.
Yeah. Val, you're up.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Val is within that so terrible, attack of opportunity range.
That's true.
Wait.
You definitely are.
Hold on. I'm in
Step
2E
out and take a
brain.
shot. What are you doing?
I'm in 2E brain. Isn't the corner cut in Starfinder
That
for
is
reach?
10 feet. Oh, look at you. You right. You good. You good,
Yeah,
dog.
boy.
You good, dog.
Oh, cut that corner. Yeah. All right. So, trick attack then. We trick attack. Back towards Skip. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Mhm.
And, stealth check. Do better than you have been. 20.
Mhm.
20 will do it.
Yeah, no.
No?
It won't, no.
Whoa.
It
It
yeah,
won't?
20 will never get it.
Oh, because it's 20
21's
plus
the
the
minimum.
CR.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
20 plus. I thought it was 15 plus. My bad.
Or whatever, 20 plus something.
hmm
All right. Well, then with that in mind, get a 12 to hit AAC.
Will not hit.
Nope, I won't do it. So
Cobb,
I'll
you're
move and shoot and nothing.
I still
Damn.
got that Defrex. That shit's up for like a minute.
Yeah,
right?
it's 2 minutes.
Yeah. So 20 rounds.
All right.
She's going for it, y'all. She's going up in there. Getting up in there.
Yep.
Cobb charges. Cobb gores.
Cobb
Let's
gores in.
Cobb
go.
gores.
Let's
End
go.
it. End it.
Son.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Okay. So,
That
yeah.
will provoke an opportunity attack unless Gore does not specifically.
Hold on.
What? Yeah, because it's 10-foot reach.
Mm-hmm.
If you move out of a threatened square.
Move through a threatened square.
Yeah, and he's legit. That's legit.
But I don't know if
ability
Gore
to charge through
m-
difficult terrain, but does not specifically say anything about. I'm pretty sure that it.
And
Nope.
charge doesn't stop opportunity
No,
attacks.
charge
either, I don't
doesn't.
think.
I was seeing if Gore might.
No, it doesn't.
You're gonna get hit.
You gonna
Yeah.
get hit?
Well, you're gonna have an attempt.
You're gonna get swung at.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit.
Can I?
Well, 21
No.
against KAC.
Do you have
Yeah.
mobility?
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
All right, that will
Combat
hit you.
feats go to other things.
That will hit you for 12 points of damage.
I'm still up.
Still up.
Yeah, that's all we need.
That's all you
Actually,
need.
that's only going to be
10.
10 points of damage.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Emily, you have an inspiration card.
I'm going
Yeah.
to use that inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank
hit
you.
this guy.
Thank you very much. I use the. I use it. Bitch, I'm using you. Get it the.
Yeah, just drag
Get
it
out of
out. Just drag it out. Just drag it out.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
Queen
it.
of Hearts even. Look at that. All right. +2 to this attack.
Dude, y'all, please just. So this is a +4 to the attack.
Because of the gore. The charge, I mean.
Because of frenzied fighting.
Oh, right. All right.
17 on the die. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit.
Yes, that's going to hit. That's going to
Hold
hit.
on.
Yeah.
I know what dice are. Hold on. Okay.
Hit it, Cobb.
So I'm sorry. That's not a +2 to hit. It's +2 to
To
damage.
damage, right.
Um,
But 17 on the die, either way,
Okay.
that'll get you there.
Okay, max damage. Okay, 6 on the die. Sorry, I get real excited.
Yeah, man.
Do that.
Plus 6, 12 piercing damage per
Did
person.
you add your +2 for your frenzied fighting?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 12 total.
Yes.
Okay. And some of that goes through. Still standing.
Oh,
Okay.
Still, that was a pretty big hit.
that was a
Also-
big hit.
Its opportunity attack has been wasted. So guess where you can go now,
Yeah.
Irene?
Oh, way.
Oh, yeah.
Way.
Wherever you want.
Okay.
Whatever. The
It is-
world's your
Yeah,
oyster.
wherever I want. Yeah. The
Get out of
world-
there. Get out of there.
It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I'm scared. I know it's my turn. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Where's?
While you're thinking, I have a
Yeah.
question. Does my attack occur first, or does the attack of opportunity occur first?
Attack of opportunity happens at first.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Well, whatever. I got a plus
Okay.
to my AC now because I hit with my spear.
Yeah.
So, Irene is going to run over here. Can I still, if I'm flying, get a shot on him?
Yeah, if you're flying.
Okay,
Sure.
great. So she's up there, and she turns and looks back over her shoulder at him, and just spits blood onto the ground.
Yes.
Raises her pistol, and rolls a 17 on the die.
That'll get it.
Okay, cool. And so she said before she takes this shot, she says she like looks him up and down, taking in what is now just like kind of a hot robot. And she says,
All that fire damage.
yeah, she says, man, if you weren't such an asshole, we'd fuck so hard. And she shoots him.
That's changed
All right.
That is not what
So so she is inside. And she does 4 damn.
Hot bot.
Oh my gosh, 4 fire damage.
Yeah, 4 fire damage.
I gotta
So
tell you,
hot.
this is
So
not the
hot.
ship I saw coming, but gosh darn it.
Here we is.
I'm gonna ride it.
I'm so confused by these emotions.
Oh,
Holy shit.
it's called a hate
Oh,
fuck,
man.
Adam. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Get me.
sure.
She's
Okay.
written a lot of golem / fic on the forums. Like, it's
Eh.
Wow.
Oh, get me.
enemies to lovers.
You-
Like, it's there.
Okay, Skip, you're up.
Get me. Damn.
I love you. That's all.
Okay.
Seriously,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah. Like, damn.
I mean, no one near me is in direct need of healing. I mean, Cobb, I don't know, let's see, can I get to Cobb? No. I couldn't if I wanted to. I mean, I could spend my whole turn to get to Cobb. I'm going to heal next turn, but you might get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my healing ability, I have one of them left, and it's a touch spell.
Mm-hmm. I want you to do whatever will take this thing dead. Make it dead.
Part of me feels like this thing's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah,
But I'm not entirely
I'm
certain
bu-
if that's just my
I like that, so I too will will that
right.
into existence. Just take the shot, and we're just gonna hope that Cobb can hang on.
Right, but I just take the one shot, right? Because I'm unlikely to hit on both.
Correct.
Oh,
if
you
I
could
score
you could
shot.
just 5-foot step up and then
But that's
be within that.
That's crit fishing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, sometimes crit fishing is the best move.
Crit fishing, spend the cheese. That's what I've always heard.
So do y'all want me to full attack from where I'm at and just
I don't know,
fish
man.
for a crit
I believe in you.
What's your plus?
to hit with my pistol?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, dude, just do a
I
single
mean,
shot.
that's just a straight up, yeah.
Single shot.
Here's my
Single
thought.
shot.
Take a
5-foot
5-foot
step closer.
so that
Yeah.
you're within range to run to Cobb if need be within the next round, and take
Yeah,
the
well, I
single
mean,
shot.
I could move like 10 feet in and still be next to Val.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll do that. Run in, take the shot.
Run in.
I wish there was more I could do, you know?
Welcome to level 2. You know,
Just gotta take whatever we can,
19,
man.
19 against
Yeah.
EAC
All right, for 3 damage.
for 3 fire damage.
it did it.
Hey, nope. Round
You
8.
hit him. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we got that much closer, Heath. Though.
yeah.
That much
Yep.
closer.
Right. I feel
Uh,
3 better than I did before.
So here's the thing. Skip has now drawn its attention.
Great.
But you
great.
know what else is
yeah.
the thing?
Yeah, you're gonna get an opportunity
ahead.
attack.
Move, bitch.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Smack
take
it.
it down!
Oh,
Smack
please,
it,
for the
Cobb.
love of God, please.
I love how you're You know what else is the thing? Fuck around and find out. Like,
Yeah. Wow, let's get it.
Get it.
Pop that bad boy.
All right, let's get the opportunity attack. Let's see how you do here.
Please, dear natural 20 gods.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Emily's
No,
got
it's
it.
19 though, so it's real damn close. So,
Is it EAC or
19
KAC?
total?
19 on the die.
Oh, you're good. That's
Oh.
a hit.
I kissed
That's a
it.
hit.
That's how you make it work. Did y'all know? That's how that works.
that's good to know.
5 plus 4 is 9. 9 piercing damage.
Okay, so 4 piercing damage. This thing is
Oh.
so close to dead.
And it runs
So
up on
close.
Skip.
And it's up on Skip and is about to crush Skip.
No! Sorry, that's just me objecting.
Oh, fuck.
In general.
Oh, fuck.
I feel you.
Skip's gonna get a crit here, isn't he?
He just got critted.
Damn.
I'm
Did he?
yeah.
Did he really?
He did.
Are you gonna
Natural.
kill him? You're gonna kill him.
Of the
So that is
angels.
okay.
So look,
you might be permadead here. How much health do you have?
That's what I'm saying. You shut your mouth. I'm going to tell you what I have because I know how this works, Adam. You don't because you never killed anybody until you killed Rico.
Oh.
I have one stamina and I have 9 health. I have 10 total damage that I take before I'm unconscious.
What's your total health?
My total health pool is 14.
Skip is permanently dead.
Skip died! Adam! No, look.
29 points of damage.
So proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
It's done.
Is dead. As the junk golem rushes over after taking a attack of opportunity from Cobb and just brings his fist down onto Skip's head and smashes out all his frog juice.
The bobbins are no more.
The bobbins are gone.
Permanently dead.
Adam,
Gertrude,
it's like that meme.
Kelly.
It's that meme where he like blows the smoke cloud. Adam.
Okay.
God.
Val,
Can't
you're
believe
up.
he's $2 saving you, no?
Hey,
Just
to
ahead
be
of your
fair,
crush.
I told you that was a bad idea at the
It
start.
was a great idea, and I stand by it.
I love y'all, and I'm so
Yeah, you already
sorry,
started
but
a
this
different
is terrible.
character, right? Now you just keep going.
Well, now I haven't. I started doing it randomly, and then I got rid of it because I didn't, get to put
It's
it out
okay.
there.
Oh
okay.
man.
All
Okay.
right, we're still in this. Val.
Yeah, we're still in this. Val, his after getting like punched in the face several times by this junk golem, his voice box is all sorts of fucked up now. So after getting spattered by Skip, Val just rears back
Spattered by Skip.
and he's going to tumble through to get out of its range because I still want to try to be smart here. 17.
What did we say the DC was here for that? Yeah, that's not a success. No, so
That's
on a
not
fail.
a success. Oh, didn't. Whoa, no. Skip took a. Never mind. His turn's right before mine. Oh,
yeah,
all right.
You're gonna take a
Hit me.
Yeah, and you provoke an opportunity. That's not good, dude.
No, it's not.
I might get you too. That's an 18 to hit your KAC.
18 does hit my KAC.
All right, that hits you for 12 points of damage.
12
Nah,
points
he's still
does
up, he's still
not
up.
put me down.
Still up.
God.
Does not put me down.
Okay.
Although I have 4 hit points left.
Mhm.
It still doesn't put me down.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm glad I healed you for that.
Yeah.
Go.
Right. So
Avenge me. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
we're gonna be moving out of
Oh no,
range.
you can't move.
Oh, it stops
Yeah,
me.
it stops you.
Oh, well then I'm gonna be shooting this son of a bitch with this sniper rifle point blank.
Nice.
Code. Okay. Full attack or no, I can't full attack.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can Heath give his inspiration to someone?
That's
Yeah.
fun. That's fun.
Okay.
Oh, who? Skips?
Do I have 2? I already used one.
You talking about Skip? He?
Yeah.
No. He did.
Nah.
What a dick.
He
No.
did.
What a dick.
No, he did.
Val gets a 22 to hit EAC.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. All right, and Val points the sniper rifle because he's right underneath this thing, right underneath its chin, and you just go for the bobbins and shoot. 4 points of fire damage.
Dude. So close. Down to 1 HP.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh, somebody kill this
All right,
thing!
Cobb, you're up.
Cobb.
All right.
For the love of all that is.
All right, listen to me, Adam.
I'm
Doesn't
listening.
Listen to me.
Desna, please.
You're gonna take an opportunity attack to go in to attack this thing. It's just how.
Yeah, you will.
No. I do want to ask.
Wait, no, you won't. It
No.
attacked me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got
Can't-
no reaction.
So
So it has no reaction.
Technically, with frenzied fighting, I only get it I only have one until I regain stamina points. As in, like, a rest.
Right.
But I just saw the bubbins
Oh,
destroyed.
stop it. No, I already know
Can
where
I
you're
just
going.
be
Stop it.
enraged
No,
for one round? Just one round.
absolutely not.
You are the biggest dickhole. Oh my god, gaping.
You got this, Cobb.
I'm just gonna.
You got this.
I'm just gonna gore.
He has 1 hit point, so
I gore.
if you hit, it doesn't matter. Like,
Get
you know?
Oh please, dice for the bubbins.
That's in
Just-
flanking position too.
It is.
It
is.
is.
Like, no, it's not because you're wielding a sniper rifle, not a melee weapon.
No. I have the operative exploit that allows me to attack with an unarmed attack, and it gives it the deadly trait.
Yeah,
So
but
it's not
But
arcade.
you have a sniper rifle, which means you have both of your hands on the sniper
On the
rifle that
sniper
you just
rifle.
fired.
I'm
Last-
a Vesk. It allows me to attack unarmed with my tail.
Also,
Bullshit.
did you not
I am a
hear
Vesk
him?
android that allows me to attack unarmed with my tail. That is
Do you
true.
have a tail attack?
I have a tail attack. I have an unarmed attack as a Vesk android that allows me to take an unarmed attack, but I can use it as like a fist or a tail.
I have bones. Is that anything? I don't know. Is
Also-
it anything?
Also,
I-
last turn, I'm pretty sure I heard him say swift action. I change grips to be one.
No, I
No.
didn't say that.
No.
No, I
No.
straight up
Guys,
didn't say that.
It's okay. It's okay.
But no, legitimately,
It's
as a xenomorphic android who is a Vesk android, I get an unarmed attack. So,
Right. It's a
question:
claw attack.
Keith,
are
who is
Vesk
specifically
get claw
claw?
attacks.
Yeah, it is claws,
Yes,
'cause
it's not a
that's
tail
It is
attack.
claw?
It's
Yeah.
claw.
I like.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I like
Their
fervor,
their
though.
racial attack is a claw. Yeah.
I had a lot of feeling towards that.
Yeah, you're so close.
Even with Titanium Mike, we made it because he's a boxer. It does bludgeoning, but it
All right.
should technically
Right.
be his claws. You know.
Just claws, okay.
All right. Gore him. No.
That didn't work, did it?
5 on the die.
What?
Ooh.
5 on
Oh,
the die.
They're bad, guys. They're so bad. Woo! All right. Rainy, you're up.
Okay. So tell me, math-wise, if I wanted to fly to a height that is higher than this man can reach with his arms, not because I'm thinking about running, no, but, just in case, how tall is he?
So he's 10 foot tall with 10
And
foot
he-
reach.
okay.
Which means 20 feet. You
Okay.
have to be 20 feet above.
So I'll fly up 20 feet and across.
If you're going up 20 feet, then that means,
Then he can still reach me, right?
well, yeah, yes. But how much, depends, like, if you go up 20 feet, that means you can go 20 feet horizontally using Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just going here, but I'm in the air. And as she like kind of sees this unfolding on the other side of the corner, she just in her mind she says, "Do I stay or do I go? Wait, then which way?" And she lifts her pistol and she takes one final shot.
This is, dude,
Dude,
you've
please.
got to hit here.
For the love
Come
of
on.
God.
Use your
on,
inspiration.
man.
Oh yeah, and I do that.
Yeah,
I
do that.
do that. Yes.
Okay. It's a 16 plus 2 plus 3. That's a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. 4 fire damage. 4.
Junk Golem is just like zerking out, right around, it's surrounded, and he's just, and as it's screaming, little bits of flesh still hanging from its teeth, the laser goes right through its mouth and out the back of its head. Val, you see like smoke as like gears and wires explode out the back of its head, and then it begins to cascade down into an avalanche of junk parts.
This motherfucker.
I need those of you that are adjacent to it to please roll a
You're gonna
reflex
die.
save.
You're
Yeah.
gonna die from this.
Yeah.
Just as a refresher, ladies and gentlemen, I have 5 HP. And this is a reflex save?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a straight die roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
your
a
worst
1.
save.
That's
That's
one.
a natural one.
That's
Nice.
Oh, no.
I got an 11, so I think we'll both be going down here.
Hey, that's 3 different ones.
Okay.
That should count for something.
So we'll start with you, Val. You failed.
I did with an 11.
How much HP do you have currently?
4.
4. And what is your max HP pool?
16.
You stay alive by 1 point. By 1 point.
But
God.
oh my god.
How much HP do you have left?
I have 5 of 20.
You're good.
Okay.
I mean, you're knocked unconscious. Both of you are knocked unconscious, taken to 0, but you do not die from massive damage as 19 points of damage cascade down on top of you. The junk golem is dead, and 3 of you level up. And we'll see you in January.
What?
Happy holidays.
Oh my god.
There was a lot that happened there.
Are we saying things, or do you want to just leave, I guess?
I've said what I gotta say. You guys can say whatever you want to say.
I'm oh my god. Irene kind of like opens her mouth at like as if to scream, seeing this just avalanche of junk, of this stuff that like empowers her, just decimate. To her, she's in the air looking down. She doesn't see any movement afterwards. And she just like her wings stop fluttering for a second, and she like drops kind of, and then she catches herself, and she just begins slowly marching towards the pile and all of what maybe remains of her friends.
I mean, Irene, you're the only one that's up right now. So
Yeah,
the only
I think
comment
that's
that
where we
can-
gotta leave it.
That's it.
That's the final
That's legit.
scene.
No,
right?
That's the final
Yeah.
scene.
No.
Insane.
I'm moving away from the map. This is basically just
That's
our.
it.
We can say whatever goodbye, I guess.
Yeah, we're
know
done
what?
with the game. You guys can say goodbye to the
Rest in
viewers.
peace, Freaky and Skip. Oh my god.
We will say that the next episode of this will be on January 17th, and the episode after that will be January 31st. So that's going to give them 3 weeks to, at least Heath, to make a new character.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
Good time.
So I guess we'll see you.
We'll see.
Yeah.
ya.
We'll
We'll
see you,
I
dude.
guess-
We'll see
I mean,
ya.
we'll see. Shit.
I mean,
All right,
I
guys.
mean-
Holy crap.
we got no more bubbins, but man.
Let me just say, if it's okay
Yeah,
to
I knew
hype
you had a
something.
thing.
I have 2 things. Number 1, every day until Christmas on my Twitter, because I am full of a generous gifting spirit, unlike some people who just want to see the world burn. I am giving away an Eldritch Foundry resin miniature on my Twitter. So go there,
Awesome.
answer whatever cool RPG related question is there. I usually post around 10 a.m. Eastern, and then do the giveaway at the end of the day. And I do it every day until Christmas. So there are people in this community, that have already seen great boons from participating in such events. So come by. And on the 31st, on New Year's Eve at 12 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a Jasper's Game Day stream of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, run by Jake Kyle from Q Times. And I'm going to be playing a bard named Golden Throat. And that's all I know. That's all I know so far. But yeah, it's gonna be on the twitch.tv/Demiplane RPG, and we're gonna be raising money for Jasper's Game Day, which raises funds to. It's how I met these guys doing Jasper's Game Day stream. But it raises funds to raise awareness about suicide, especially for teens, and also works towards suicide prevention efforts and hotlines and things like that. So it's a really good cause. Please come by, and you should have plenty of time to watch me be, you've seen it here. You know the brand Ridiculous. And come hang out with us, and then go to your whatever your celebrations are for New Year's Eve, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Indubitably.
All right. Well, thank you, Anne. I'm sorry that I killed your pet.
It's okay.
I know I'm not getting any Christmas treats from you, so
I chose to have a pet, which these are the choices one makes.
Just inviting disaster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. All right. Well, y'all have a good holiday season.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah, happy holidays. Thank you for joining us for this. It is a good time. I know that everybody's upset right now, but I promise that it's all good. Heath is glad. He's like, I know that Heath is proud of me right now.
I haven't had this much fun in a session in a long time.
Excited to be killed by somebody ever. Like, this is a big deal. It's a breakthrough for Adam. He finally killed somebody by the numbers for real.
Got close to a TPK there, man.
Almost multiple individuals.
Almost.
Yeah, I almost got Val. Like one more point of damage, and Val would have been dead too.
I will make a new character, and my sole purpose in that character will be to frustrate Adam.
Okay. I'm about it.
Is that what you normally do?
I mean,
yeah.
Whatever. All right, guys.
All
Thank
right.
y'all. Are we doing the thing?
All right. Yeah.
We'll see ya.
We'll see
We
ya.
are nailing the
Get it.
Real bad.
That's the worst one yet.